Who's been taught that? Who's been taught competition is for losers? I'm interested. None of you, right? Yeah. You have. Who said I have? Who's been taught that? Yeah. Who's been taught competition is for losers? Yeah, I'm interested.
I have.
There you go. All right. Let me, because we're taught competition is good. Competition is good. No. Oh, thank you. Competition is good. Or just don't be in competition. Nope. Competition is not good. It's not good. Competition means other people think they can compete with you, Dolores. Why would you do that? You want competition with your man? If the Lord sends you the one, do you want competition?
Hell no.
Okay, it makes some sense now, don't it? All right, it makes some sense now. You don't want competition with your man. So why would you want competition in business? You understand? You want to be a monopoly. You want the government to come break you apart. I'm real talk. You want to be so big.
Facts.
That's facts. That's facts. You want to be so big. You want the government to say, AT&T, you too big. You need to give your competitive advantage to your competitors, and we're going to break you apart. And you're not allowed to make long distance calls. And as a matter of fact, we want New York communications to be great. I'm actually spitting facts of what happened. And we want all these things to go this way and what we said. And then, of course, for 5 years, we're going to come up with a regulation, actually more than 5 years, until a new president come in. We're going to come in with a regulation that's going to say that here is a new communications regulation and everybody else can do it except for you. And that's exactly what happened at AT&T. And that's what you want to be. You want to be so cold to where the government is calling you down to their offices and breaking you apart. Let me tell you why. Because every last one of you listening to me, your problem is competition. Your problem is your customers don't pay attention to you because you're in the crowd of competition and they're saying, well, I got to listen to you, Dolores. I could just listen to the person that sounds like you. And that's the truth. You know this for sure when you attempt to be a professional speaker. And this is very important. I can't stress this enough. When you attempt to be a professional speaker, it is so hard to get a speaking engagement. That's when you know you are in competition. Speakers who are not in competition have no issue getting speaking engagements. It's one of the first things I learned along this business journey, that when you are truly like everybody else, no matter what you want to admit, when you like everybody else, you can't get speaking engagements. It's one of the greatest barometers and litmus tests that you could possibly come across. Attempting to go tell somebody, pay me to teach your people. Y'all, it's hard to get free speaking engagements when you're in competition with everybody else. But it is not difficult to get speaking engagements when you're viewed as the standard. I've lived on both sides. I haven't lived on it's hard for me to get a speaking engagement side in a long time. I deny speaking engagements at this point because I'm protecting my brand. I protect my brand now. So now I don't want to be seen in certain places, in certain avenues. I don't want to be seen as, this is me. I'm teaching you how I stay out of the competition. I don't worry about being a stage-to-stage speaker because I don't want to go to your platform. I want to build mine. So I'm very careful how my name is seen. Typically, when you see my name, you see it in my platform. If you don't see it in my platform,
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
you actually wiped some news articles from the web as well, right?
I sure
That
did.
had your name.
Sure did. Absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct. Absolutely. There were plenty of news articles that had my name. I wiped them from there as well. He's absolutely correct. I keep myself on my platform. When I had to go to someone else's platform, I bring so many of my platform with me. I say the same thing every time. If you're team ATS, would you please, whatever the platform is, right? Because I want my brand to be, my goal is to be the greatest, to have my name synonymous with business. There's a podcast on my YouTube page back in 2017. It was a rough podcast too. And I told those people that I would be synonymous with business, and they attacked me. Well, today they out of business. I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not.
And
Counteraction without touching them, huh?
Right. Absolutely. Go ahead, Susan.
yeah, when we started in 1981, that's why we came up with something totally that hadn't been done before.
Yeah.
As the original humor consultants, and the technology of our day and how we handled that. So it wasn't until, I think, I can't remember exactly, somewhere in the 90s then, where people started to copy us and literally just completely take everything off our website. It's actually when technology came, now that I think about it, because once we were more visible to the rest of the world, because we were known by companies around the country that, started booking us, but say the world, like how it is for you today.
Right.
We didn't have that until the 90s. And then that's when people literally started to duplicate us. And that's why we still say the original humor consultants. So for the rest of the people in the calls, they're thinking about their business and how they can do that. That's how we did it. And, brand yourself that way. And I'm sure you'll cover all that, but I wanted to share that because, I understand what you're trying to do here.
Absolutely. No, I'm glad you said it, because they needed to hear from somebody, not me. I'm very glad you said it. Who knows what unity is? If I just say unity, if you know, you know. And there's the deal. Tempest bought me this huge iMac, and it wasn't even in the store. She had to custom order it because I told her. She bought it for my birthday last year. And it was, these things start off at 2,000. She had to do custom things to where it went to past the 3,000 mark. I told her I needed a certain video card. I needed the 4K display. I needed a super duper fast processor, and I needed the Apple chip, the new Apple chip. Why? Because I do a lot of video game designs. And Unity, 75% of the video games you play today are made on Unity. 75% of the video games you play today are made on Unity. And last year, when I was really, really learning how to switch from 2D games to 3D games, I took a class that Unity offered for free. I want to show you something. So here's my YouTube page here. Unity tutorial. Lego, I think what it was. And I took a class from Unity. Nope. What is it? Unity tutorial. It's in my wish list. It's in my watch later list. I took a class from Unity, and they did a webinar, and they said they'll teach us from start to finish how to make a 3D Lego game. Well, I made one because I took the class. It was 3 hours long or something like that. Maybe it was whatever it was. Can't remember what it was. And I was so happy because I was learning from the actual people that designed the platform that everybody's using. It was 45,000 people on that call. Think about this for a moment. It was 45,000 total, like total. Think about that. Just think about that for a second. 45,000 people. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It was 4,500 people. Too many numbers. It was 4,500 people. Now think about this for a second. I want you to think about that. 4,500 people learning how to design video games. That number should have been 45 million. Do you understand how early it is to be in NFTs, to be designing video games when just 4,500 people show up? That's when you're not in competition, Phil. That's when you are the competition, when you're that early. If somebody says, I will jump on, if Nintendo says, we're going to go live on YouTube and teach you how to build video games, and it's just 4,500 people on, that's a gold mine. That's a gold mine. So I want you to process these things because I have a lot of things that I want to tell you. So that's all the preliminary stuff. And so I want to do preliminary. Competition is for losers, period. You need to be a monopoly. You need to increase your ability to earn. You need Tempest to buy you an iMac. Okay? That's part of the process, so you're never going to be good. Tempest will buy you an iMac, you're never going to be good. And you need to be early. That doesn't mean you need to be the first, because the first often becomes an example for people like me. You may not need to be the first, maybe first 100. The Palm Pilot was the first, wasn't it? It was too early. It was too early. It was too early. So
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
There's a saying, early bird gets the worm, right? But
Right.
There's also a saying that says the second mouse gets the cheese because the first one gets caught in the trap. So sometimes you got to be the first, sometimes you got to be the second. Steve Jobs was always the second.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And no, you hit the nail on the head for real. Tempest introduced me to something. That I want to introduce my kids to. And it's fantastic. And I want to show it to you real quick on YouTube. Because at this point of the call now, every single thing that I'm doing now is I'm telling you what I'm doing. So for the next 45 minutes, I'm going to tell you every single thing that I'm personally doing. Everybody okay with that? I'm opening up the veil. I'm saying I'm doing this. I have this tool. I bought my kids these tools. This is what we're doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then for the next 2 hours, I'm going to lay down a foundation for you to do the same. Cool? All right, that's what I'm gonna do. That's it. Simple as that. So here we go. Here is Raspberry Pi. Tempest introduced this to me because she is in cybersecurity, and some of her nerd friends was using this. We're not going to watch the whole 22 minutes. I just want to blow your mind with some stuff you may not know.
Who has 2 thumbs and is always late to the party? This guy. Finally got my hands on a Raspberry Pi 4, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about some of the other models of the Raspberry Pi and talk about why, if you're not a Raspberry Pi enthusiast, but it's something that you've heard of, that's something that maybe you've thought that is only limited to, say, tech enthusiasts, I want to tell you, it is not that hard to get into the world of Raspberry Pi. I know that these little credit card size looking single board computers look like they could be intimidating, but they are actually not, and most of the projects that are involved with Raspberry Pi are so simplified and so well documented that most people can really just download the images, flash them to an SD card, plug them into a Raspberry Pi, and be up and running and good to go. And the great thing about it is there are a ton of projects that you can do with these Raspberry Pis, and you don't have to be a tech whiz to pull these off. So I want to talk about the different generations of Raspberry Pi.
Right,
And
now I'm going to stop right here. Tempest, explain to us what is a Raspberry Pi in non-Antonio talk.
Raspberry Pi is a mini supercomputer that can do basically what your computer does, but is designed for people who are developers or interested in robotics, AI, artificial intelligence, things like that. I recommended Raspberry Pi to Antonio for his kids because they want to develop video games and they're interested in engineering and robotics. And I told him that Raspberry Pi would be a good investment for them that doesn't take up a lot of space. They're not doing anything like we would do on a laptop. They want to build and create. All they needed was a monitor and they're good to go. And they asked me like a couple of weeks ago to teach them cybersecurity for their games. So I'm excited to get started with them on that.
Boom. Boom. Y'all hear that? She explains things so well. Yeah, she explains things so well. So my kids, 13, 9, 4, are forced to be engineers. They have no option. You know how you drug your kids to church? I drag mine to learning engineering. Do you understand? I'm just telling you what it is. I drag my kids to wake up and get drugged to being a nerd. Why? Because they're Black and technology is going to put them out of a job. And my job is to make sure my boys never have to beg another man for a job, and my daughter to never end up on some pole somewhere trying to get money. That's my only 2 jobs.
That's good. That's good.
You can say whatever you want to say, but all the way 100% real with you. My job is to keep my daughter off a pole and keep my boys from begging. Other than that, they on their own. You understand? They on their own. It's not an adult here that disagree with that. You disagree. I said it out loud, but you don't disagree with my methodology and my thinking. You understand? So what I do. So I drag them into engineering. So what I want to do now is I want to show you that here is Raspberry Pi again. Here's 26 awesome uses. As a matter of fact, let me share this link with you. I'm gonna share. If I do a resource, I'm gonna share it for you. I forgot that, so I'll start doing it now. 26 awesome uses for Raspberry Pi. Of course, you can replace your desktop with it. You can print with it. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Air print, cut the cord, set up retro gaming machines, build a Minecraft game server. This gets you into, let me just, I know 16-year-olds making $200,000 a day. Do you understand? If you build a Minecraft server and have people play on your Minecraft server, which my youngest son is the best and one of the best in the world with building Minecraft worlds. And I've been asking him, you need to go live. You need to go live. So yesterday I told him, I grabbed him by the shoulders. I say, we taking this public. I'm telling you, he's been doing it his whole life, really, because Minecraft's been out for a while. It's incredible. I'm not saying it like the mother that thinks, oh my God, my kid is so smart. No, I'm saying it, this boy's a savant. He literally builds these worlds. And he can have all sorts of kids buying in-app purchases in his server if his daddy drag him to engineering. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all what I'm doing. I'm giving you what I'm doing. That's why I want to make this one free today. Control a robot. My kids are in robotics. Control a robot. Build a stop motion camera. Make a time-lapse video. broadcast a pirate FM radio station. Yeah, I'm not playing. Web server, Twitter bot, motion capture security system, digital photo frame, photograph the night sky, build a network monitoring tool, Podplex server, a do-it-yourself NAS box. I won't even explain it. Just look at the video. Home automation system, AirPlay receiver. Lord knows I need that. Control a model railroad, stream live videos, learn how to code, stream PCs, build smart mirror, and play games natively. Point is, I'm not interested in my kids knowing Bible verses. I want them to know the Lord. I want them to have a good heart. I want them to respect all religions. But what I want them to do is be self-sufficient. So when they daddy die, they can afford for their daddy to die. It's that simple. It's that simple. And since I want to teach these kids robotics, artificial intelligence, deep learning, building androids like Elon Musk and stuff, it means I got to learn it myself. Do you understand? So I encourage every last one of you. I know you're probably not going to do it, but I encourage every last one of you to go to udemy.com. Udemy.com.
Say that again. Udemy.
Yep. I got you right now. I'll put it up on the screen. I encourage all of you to go to udemy.com. Here it is right here. UDEMY for those of you just in Audible, or Stack Social. Or stacksocial.com. Or do both, Dolores, because I know you listening. Why? Because I learned everything I know from stacksocial.com and udemy.com. Quisha, I ain't take you somewhere I ain't went to. Yes, I real talk. I'm telling you what I did, Prophet Jerry. Me and Tempest start off. So Tempest, we need to become programmers. Tempest was like, okay. And I found something. And it was Stack Social. We learned how to do HTML right there. And this was, how long ago was that, Tempest?
2013? No, 2012.
2012. Admittedly, I've got a 9-year advantage over you. I do apologize. But if you start now, you'll be good. If you start now, you'll be good. Because it doesn't take long.
And it's not going anywhere. And everything is built on top of the basics. So
100%.
There's plenty of time to learn because the internet is going nowhere. So
yeah, Tibbs, you teaching this, you and Deanna teaching this mastermind with me, all right? Because we're Deanna, Tempest, and myself are three-leggedly taking us somewhere. So I have us on this. Y'all listening? Oh, let me remind me to come back to the 7-year plan. I haven't revealed this yet. Remind me to come back to that. Go to Udemy or Stack Social and learn these things. Do you understand? Y'all cool? Can I show y'all my Udemy? Nah, I won't do that. It's too much anyway.
You already said it.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can show it to us. Just go ahead.
You can do it.
I'll show y'all one page of my Udemy library. Okay, one page.
Thank you.
I'll show you one page because y'all nosy. Here we go. Let's see. Sharing my screen now. Listen, I didn't say go to my affiliate link. That ain't what I said. I'm not ashamed to tell you go to my affiliate link. I'm just not an affiliate. I'm telling you what I do. Here we go. You don't even know what this is. It's all right, but it's for, let's see if I can highlight it. Just think of data mining, building chatbots for Facebook, habit forming products. That's why ET is so addictive. Look what I did. It's 100%. Ethical hacking, but this is old now. Ethical hacking again. NFT fundamentals. What you say? Firebase. This is for me to create a chat. Augmented reality. Let me show you one more. I think I'm playing around this joint. Next page. Sci-fi 3D gaming. This is my learning. This is in my, y'all see it? Does it say my learning? Can y'all see it? That's my learning. Mine. How to build my own version of Spotify with JavaScript, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it gets better. Deep learning, machine learning, PHP, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, here's the point.
My eyes.
I know. That's about right. That's about right. My point is, I'm 40 years old. My kids are smarter than me. They are. I'm 40 years old. So I don't want to hear I'm too old for this. I'm 40 years old now. I'm no longer the young man in the room. I can't pull the young man card. I got gray in my beard. You understand? It takes me 5 minutes to think about getting up. You know what I'm talking about. And then I sit up for another 5 minutes before I get out of bed. You know, I gotta think myself out of bed. And then I say, I move and I grunt. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I bend down, I go, I'm 40 now. You understand? I don't move without making those noises. And I'm learning like I'm 8, like I'm 18. Ain't no excuses. You hear me? There ain't no excuses at all. There's no excuses. This is easy. I'm not telling you it's not irritating. It is irritating, Phil. I hate not knowing stuff. So the book can say, wait till you're 70. I hate not knowing stuff. Let me tell you, if you can just get past this one phase, every time I learn something new, I know the same thing's gonna happen. I'm gonna feel stupid and it pisses me off. Most of us go and don't come back to it. That's the part you need to embrace. And I go into it knowing this is going to make me feel lower than my self-worth. And I know I'm talking. And I don't like this part. So I'm going to secretly get past it. I'm not going to tell nobody I'm doing it. Because and they say, whoa, what you doing? I got to explain it. I'm going to look stupid when I explain it. So I'm going to wait until I can explain it. You hear me? But from deep learning, artificial intelligence, machine learning, which is almost all the same thing, almost, to computer robotics, to computer engineering, to all sorts of stuff, I'm learning these things while teaching y'all marketing. You see one thing, but what I'm doing behind the scenes is driving this company. Okay, go ahead, Prophet Jared.
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Doing swell, sir. How about yourself?
All right. Help a brother out.
Yep.
How do you get over the fact, that you're reading? You got to read in order to learn, right? Mm-hmm. But it's so much reading, and it's like you're very impatient. You just want to get of what the thing is. You laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing that I can relate to you.
Yeah. Oh, you know where I'm going at because
Yeah.
like trying to change my whole mind, my whole everything. And it's 22, new me, new you, and all that. No, not all that, but just wanting to learn more. But to the point, I'm very impatient. Help a brother out to where, I mean, I know you could pray for me and all that, but help a brother out kind of figure out something that I can get. I mean, I got books I want to read. I got 2 books of yours that I want to read. I mean, but they so thick, and I'm like looking at the book, and I'm like, okay, I know it's a lot of meat. I know it's a lot of meat in there, and it'll help me in my spiritual walk as well as my natural walk. But help a brother out for a second.
I got you. I got you. Who else can
Antonio,
relate
may
to that?
I?
Yeah. Go ahead, Emil.
So I just wanted to say, first of all, great goatee. And secondly, I wanted to say that Diana is working on a service where there will be as a part of Cozy Corner, you'll receive book summaries and audio book content that will just summarize a lot of the stuff, the books you want to read. You can request those, and they don't have to be Cozy Corner books. They could just be general books because summaries are not in the copyright. So Diana's working on that service. I think that might be able to help you, Prophet.
You know what? The good point. To where you can read a thick book in 2 minutes. Who doesn't want that? This company, there's a company with a $100 million valuation called Blinkist that does that exact same thing. I pay for it every year. So absolutely good stuff. Absolutely. So that works too. I'm laughing because it sounded like me. I literally just said that. I hate this part, right? I hate this part. I get it. I completely get it. I'm going to answer your question by telling a story. But the direct answer to your question is you're not hard enough on yourself. I was listening to something yesterday on the ride home. It was too cold, Phil. It was too cold for Texas. Too cold for Texas. I don't know what that means in Baltimore. I'm sure y'all laughing at us in New York, but too cold in Texas for Texans. You understand? Which was like 50, and that's way too cold for us. We don't understand what to do. If it dropped 10 more degrees, we shutting all schools down, all of them. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that at all. So when I'm listening and I'm saying I got my gas light been on, but it's all digital in the car. So I hit the trip button down 3 times, Jerome. So I got 37 miles. I said, all right, then I'm gonna go ahead and push this thing. You understand? So I pushed it. I pushed it another 13 because it told me I got 37. And then I said, well, let me have the discipline to fill up now because I'm not going to feel like doing it in the morning because it's going to be even colder in the morning. You know what I said? And I had just said discipline. Let me, because and I'm proud of my discipline, Margie. I'm proud of my discipline. I'm very disciplined. And then this bleepity bleep on TikTok or something, because I'm listening with my headphones, said, you're not disciplined. If you think you got discipline, look at your stomach.
Oh, no.
First of all,
that's almost below the belt.
And I had to eat that. You understand what I'm saying? Because now I'm trimming back my stomach. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm doing all the discipline now, but why wasn't I stayed disciplined? So I had to eat that. And I remember telling myself, man, if I said this out loud to them, they would be so mad at me. I remember saying that. And I remember saying to myself, Grace, I'm not hard enough on myself. I'm not. Prophet Jerry, why you think you actually the smart one because you was like, hey, I can't do it. And you know you can't do it. That's a great place to know you're like, I ain't doing it. You the only one that ain't lying to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So that's good. We're not hard enough on ourselves. I'm not telling you be hard on yourself, but be real enough to know. And Tony, I like that deep learning stuff. I ain't gonna do it. I hear you with all this computer program stuff. I ain't gonna do it. No, you ain't gonna do it. And then say to yourself, but what can I do inside what you saying, Antonio? And then I'm gonna tell you, sell it. Because no matter what people like me invent, it needs to be sold. Bread and water is free. All else must be sold. You hear me? So if you don't want to build it, sell it. And get good at selling. All right, let's move on. So I'm teaching them the Raspberry Pi, all sorts of stuff. Now, the first thing I'm doing is I've been creating my own metaverse for a while before it was called Metaverse. That's why Mexitverse, that was my thinking. Remember, I bought that domain January 2021 and released it to y'all on May 14th, 21. Mexitverse. Let's talk about Mexit for a moment. I understood last year that not last year, when Richest Man in Trash Can came out. If you look at Richest Man in Trash Can, it's like 2 years ago, it says 36 something laws for the middle class exit. I understood that if I give away 10,000 books, which we went way past that I could monetize and home brand, make a home name or whatever you call it, of this idea of exiting the middle class. And I understood that this needs to be its own universe. So when you see Mexit News and Mexit Conference and anything like that, I need you to think that it's a part of this universe that I'm building. Everybody got me so far? As far as my own metaverse, where do I start? I'm starting not with ATS Business University, not with ATS TV, but with Mexit. I need you to get something. The next move I'm making right now, Mexit is the only logo in the company that has two logos put together. Sometimes you see it by itself, but if you look at it, mostly you see Mexit and it say ATS TV. They're powered in one. Why? Because one of the first things I'm working on right now, Dolores, is having you walk into the news station virtually. I'm giving y'all a secret sometimes. I'm telling you what it is. Okay?
That's good. That's good. I'm sorry. That's good. That's good. I'm not sorry.
Real talk. Now watch this here. Tempest, unmute your mic. This is what we're also working on. You're taking your classes, and we want you to have on headphones. Oh, not always, but we want you to have on gamer headphones. Tempest, why? Think about there you go.
So you can live chat with other people taking the same classes as you.
What you mean by live chat? Are we talking about text messages?
No, voice chat or text, whichever you prefer.
Whichever you prefer. We want you taking classes or watching movies on ATS TV while chatting with your friends. I'll be working on this now, Tempest.
That's so next level. That's like the watch parties, but like a total like video game interactive experience with your social stuff. That's so cool.
We working on it right now. Diwali is absolutely right. We took the video game experience and we're putting it in the educational and streaming experience. We're doing that right now. You understand? No, different gaming headphones are different, but you can still do it with gaming headphones. Tempest, let's say they're away from their computer, is there an app in which they can, let's call it party chat, because that's what it's called in the gaming world? Do they have to be by their computer to party chat with their friends?
Nope, it will be part of the app that's coming out one day.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep it at one day. Keep it at one day. That means you're gonna be able to take your cell phone, Dolores, and when Frida is on, she's gonna add you to party chat, and you're going to be able to, wherever you at, jump in that chat and use your phone, speaker, and microphone to be on party chat while taking classes or while they're taking classes. Man, y'all, that's way,
awesome. I like
that's
it.
way next level. That's way next level. Why? Because what's easier, Margie, to get 2 billion students or to have a community that's a streaming service with 2 billion users? One of those has been done before. The other, there's not even a market for it. Let me mastermind. Let's talk.
Yeah,
let's talk.
Antonio.
Yeah,
Antonio. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And here's the thing, dude. There has been like Facebook is in user acquisition mode, so they're going for billions of people. They're not even thinking in millions. And then ADS is basically whatever Zuckerberg says he's doing. Antonio's like that. Plus, you're getting educated. Everything Zuckerberg does. Yeah, Antonio's like, I'm doing that. Plus, you're getting educated.
That's it. Can I show you what it is? I'm gonna show y'all. I did this on Ibrahim gets me. He's absolutely right. I did this Saturday on Chiquita's call, and this is what Ibrahim's talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Now, this is too funny. Just so you all know, there will be some cussing. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. They cuss on your school bus. You'll be all right. It's a comedy skit. This is how I treat Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos. This is exactly, LaQuisha, this is what I do. I'm coming too. That's my energy. You feel me? That's my energy. Don't worry about it. It'll make sense right here.
Where you going?
To the bathroom, babe.
I'm coming too.
I don't want any trouble. I like you. Sade, this don't even make no sense, man.
I don't care. You ain't about to be texting no bitch while you in here.
My phone not even in here.
So what? Hurry up.
Sade, what you doing, man?
I'm coming too.
You're not even sleepy though.
Let me find out you fucking with a bitch in your dreams, and I'ma sock your ass in the mouth.
God damn. What? Hold up, nigga. I'm gonna grab this strap. I'll be right out.
Headed out, about to get it in. Hey, it's me, her, and Benjamin.
God damn, baby.
I'm coming too.
But why though? What you doing?
Cause you ain't gonna be fucking on the bitch while I'm not there.
I'm not fucking nobody. I'm about to go gangbang. We about to ride on some niggas.
Well, I'm coming too.
What the fuck you doing with a strap?
You get the point. Right? I'm coming too. Y'all got 2 billion users. I'm coming too. You understand?
I'm coming too.
I'm coming too. Like, she going to ride with the homies. He went to sleep. She went to sleep. I'm coming too, Quisha. I'm coming too. You understand? Of course, cussing in there, but it's humor. It's humor, right? You'll be all right. Stay open-minded. I'm coming too. Y'all building video games. I'm coming too. Teaching your kids Mandarin. I'm coming too. My kids learning Mandarin right now. What is you people with $1 trillion companies doing? I'm coming too. Now think about this. If you start a business and there's no market for it, right? If you start a business and there's no market for it, that's a bad idea. I see a lot of you getting excited about Oh, nobody's doing it. That's a bad idea. If nobody's doing it, there's a strong possibility nobody wants it. Somebody need to hear that on this day. There's a strong possibility nobody wants it. So you want to go where there's a market, and then you want to lower your customer acquisition cost. So please know, we are getting ready to tie. Well, we've already done it. That's why we own everything. That's why we build everything from scratch. Because in order for me to say, let's say I was still using Thinkific. I had to beg Thinkific or use API, which is application processing interface. It just means to have the apps connect with each other, communicate with each other. I had to beg them to change their system so I could build a party chat. I'm not doing that. I don't do that. That's not what I'm doing. I don't know how to ask you to take my prosperity seriously. Anyway, I'm almost done with this section. Somebody gonna get that on the way home. Somebody gonna get that on the way home, Jerome. You understand what I'm saying? 7 years. We have a 7-year plan. A month ago, I put the company on a 7-year plan during the Christmas break, actually. 2, this, Dolores, if you don't steal nothing else, you steal this. 2, 3, 2. 2 plus 3 is what, Grace?
5.
Plus 2 after that is what?
7.
Is it the same in Europe?
Yep.
If I go to Mars, is it the same?
The same.
Okay, so what you're telling me is 2, 3, 2 is 7.
Yes.
No matter where I'm at.
No matter where.
But I'm Christian though.
It's still 7.
I'm Muslim.
You Christian, it's a number of completion. It's 7.
Well, no,
Okay.
fair enough. You sure
Okay.
right. I forgot how
Ooh,
Baptist
she went
you
there.
are. I know. I forgot how Baptist you are.
That's it.
But you don't know what my daddy did to me.
It's still 7.
But my mama ain't come back for me.
2 plus 3 plus 2 is still 7.
But God ain't answered my prayers.
And 2 plus 3 plus 2 is still
Thank
7.
you so much, Grace. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. There was a strong point being made there. When you put a vision out, you don't need to pray about it.
Wow.
Okay.
I think your Bible say, write the vision. Make
it plain.
Oh, okay then. Thank you so much. I got a 7-year vision and I ain't praying about it. You hear me? I ain't praying about it. Tempest, what's the first 2 years? She's like, oh my God, you told it to me, but what was it? She got it.
It is first 2 years is to create jobs and products for the future.
All right. From 2020, what is this? 22. Jesus Christ. I'm glad I'm not in school. I messed up my little, you gotta put your top right of the paper, put your name. 2022 to 2024, ATS would do one thing vigorously. We will learn all the new resources, buy all the new tools, and build all the new things for the future. We will only hire, if we do hire, staff that will stay here forever, which I'm going to tell you about that in a little bit. We're only, if you're not thinking metaverse, you can't be here. If you ask me to do a speaking engagement and it ain't got nothing to do with the future, I can't do it. Y'all hear me?
I dream metaverse.
Come on. Yeah, I know, right? She said, Frida sent me something really good. last week or some whatever, a couple days ago. It was really good. It just didn't fit the 7-year plan. So I just told her no. Had nothing to do with telling her no. Y'all listening? Margie, you got to know what your goal is and know and respect that the universe is going to send stuff to you that ain't got nothing to do with that goal. And your duty is to say no to it. Well, I done mixed a little Thursday.
I received that.
Okay.
No. You need to repeat that.
You sure right.
Gotta stay focused.
You need to be clear on what you're going to do and respect that this world is going to send you the opposite of that. All the opportunities to get distracted. And you have to stand on your own 2 feet and say no.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
I got to speak up right now. During the holidays, before the holidays, you guys normally have the daily meeting.
Yep.
And then sometime we'll have the mastermind or whatever. And I noticed during the absence of all of those meetings, I did not slow down. I did not take a breather. I was working on my project. And I'm sitting there going, like, ATS is ATS, but Jerome, you are your brand, and your brand has to stand apart from ATS, regardless of ATS. And if you don't do that, you can't expect Antonio or Grace or Tempest or Deanna. You got it. And I was on that thing. As a matter of fact, when Grace came back and said, "Oh, we're not going to have till the 10th, the meeting," I went, "Oh, good. I can get some more stuff done." And that's exactly what I did.
I know that's right.
Yeah. And I felt so good about that because I said, but I learned that from you, Antonio, about, wait a minute, Jerome, God bless ATS. What about you? What about your brand? What about what you're shooting for? Period. You can incorporate, you can partner with, y'all guys can move forward. But what about you? So that's why I want you to repeat that.
Yeah.
Because it's okay for me to hang on to ATS. It's okay because I think ATS is a really good thing. But if I'm waiting on ATS, and those 3 weeks came, it was about 3 weeks or so that we didn't have those meetings, then what am I supposed to do if I'm not laser focused on where I'm going and how I'm going to get there? Because then I need you, and then guess what? What happens when and you already a knucklehead, Antonio?
Right.
And you come out right now with this 7 year. What the hell is your 7-year plan? I got a plan. Oh, okay.
No, yes, he's right. If you put, let me tell you, the number one way to be mad at people is to put your happiness in their hands. I know it's a few people out there just got a relationship like, girl, you sure right. Look, if you put your happiness in somebody else's hands, they're gonna let you down 100% of the time. No matter how noble they are, they're not gonna do it on purpose. Happiness is a one-man job. And that's what Jerome is saying. His business is his happiness, and it don't belong in Antonio's hands. And that is not offensive. That's intelligent. That's intelligent. I was talking to Vastine yesterday. Vastine's something else. Talking to Vastine yesterday. And Vastine was just dropping nuggets. Vastine was saying, it's been a crazy 2 years. The most powerful men in the world, armies, dictators, killing people, can launch nuclear wars, walking around with little rags on their faces. How you a dictator worry about COVID? That's not appropriate. It's not real talk. That's not. You can't be strong and wearing a mask, right? You understand? This is why Donald Trump took off his mask. This ruins the image, right? Ruins the image. And then he was saying some stuff to me, and I was just amazed. And he said, well, Antonio, you could die from breathing. I was like, man, it's crazy. And we were just thinking about how much the world has changed in the last 2 years. Okay, Sister Booker, how much the world has changed in the last 2 years. And then it dawned on him and it dawned on myself. We should probably change with it. We should probably change with it. Next 2 years, all we doing is making sure this company is a company of the future. That hear me? I'm gonna give you 9 areas that I haven't even told Tempest we're going into, but we're going into them. She know most of them. Artificial intelligence, number 1. Something called RPA. Grace, write these down for me and send them to me. Robotic process automation. Yeah, we building robots. That says it'll be so much fun. Edge computing. You know what? Some of y'all don't even who know what edge computing is. Yep. We'll come back to it. Quantum computing. That's number 4. Number 5 is 2, virtual and augmented reality. Augmented reality is when you go to Snapchat, you use your little filters and put your little bunny ears on your head. That's or Pokemon Go. That's augmented reality. Or Zoom, when you put a background on Zoom or something, or, little makeup. That's all augmented reality. So virtual augmented reality. Number 6, blockchain. Number 7, Internet of Things. Number 8 is 2 things, 5 and 6G. And number 9, cybersecurity. And that's not in order. That's not in rank of importance. They're all ranked number 1. Cybersecurity should be ranked 1,000, which is greater because ain't no sense in doing all this and losing it.
Can you repeat the first 2, please?
Oh, yeah, I got you. The first 2 was artificial intelligence and robotics, RPA, robotics process automation. See if I can pull up something real quick. One of the coolest things that I've learned along the years is when I don't know what to do, especially I don't have too much of this problem now, but when I don't know what to do, I sure love somebody like me to tell me what they're doing. And I'll be like, I'm doing that now. It's called, there's a law for it. I'm not going to remember it right now. Emulation, the law of emulation. Success has rules, patterns, and vibrations. Failure has rules, patterns, and vibrations. Success has a psyche. Failure has a psyche. In order to be successful, Margie, you must be in harmony with the laws of success with this universe. In order to not be successful, you must be in disharmony with the laws of success with this universe. Have I lost anybody?
Come on now. Come on.
Cool.
Hitting it out the park.
I love it. So basically, if you are not successful, you are not in harmony with the laws of success of this universe. The next logical leap that Phil would make is, so what are the laws of success? That's this next leap. Like you're telling me, so what's the next law? What's the laws of success? And I'm gonna tell you, you don't need to know. You don't need to teach him like Phil. Everybody can't do what he do. He got 16,000 quotes on speed dial in his head. I can't remember 2 quotes. It's not even possible for me. Phil got a whole Rolodex of quotes in his head. Nobody can do that stuff. It's between him and Susan. There are only 2 people on the planet that can do it. But if you act like Phil, then whatever laws of success he's tapping into, you are now in that vibration. That's the law of emulation. You don't have to know. Get
the
it?
law of emulation.
Emulation. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. The law of emulation says Jerome ain't got to know. Jerome knows something different about ATS long as he stay here. The crumbs got to fall from the master's table. Can I give you another one? Jesus was in the boat. Come on, we might as well.
Watch your mouth. Watch yourself, boy.
We there now. We might as well, Dolores, Jerome. We might as well. Jesus was in the boat, sleep. Other boats were with them. And when Jesus spoke away the storm, not only did the disciples on the boat get blessed, but all the other boats around them got blessed. You ain't got to be Jesus. You just got to be around Jesus.
In the boat. My God.
Do you understand? Whatever you believe, right? You don't have to be Buddha. You just need to be around the folk who like Buddha, who are successful. Hey, Antonio, what's the laws of the universe? I don't know. I'm rich though. All right. You did good. I'm rich, I ain't got no drama. You're doing good. Whatever, you know them. You can't teach them, but you do them. If you did Grace put the Tempest, read those 9 things for me in the chat, please.
RPA, robotic process automation, quantum computing, virtual and augmented reality, blockchain, Internet of Things, 5G and 6G, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence.
I'm telling you, Jesus is on that boat. The honorable prophet is on that boat. Buddha is on that boat. Whatever I don't know what you believe. Whatever you believe, on that boat. The lady and the Lord is on that boat. That's for 4 religions that I brought up so far. The 11th living guru, Sikhism, is on that boat. I'm telling you, Phil, they are already throwing billions of dollars at robotic process automation. You just got to cast your net and get 1% of it. The problem with CEOs is y'all don't know how to get in the flow of money. I just gave you 9 flows of money. I just gave you 9 flows of money. But I don't want to learn that. You're a consultant? All right. Learn how to teach that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to run the company. Run the company that teaches regular people how to get in. You don't need to be the master. Be the master at having entry-level people go in. You just be boot camp. Man,
I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that.
Tempest, do you need to know how to code to do cybersecurity?
No.
Some
Too
of y'all.
many areas.
Too many areas. Some of y'all be following Tempest. Tempest, give us some cybersecurity statistics don't nobody know. Right? I mean, it's one of the fastest growing industries right now. What about for women? Is it wide open for women?
It is wide open for women because it's not many of us in tech, period. Not many of us in cybersecurity, and it's certainly not a lot of Black women in that area.
And you know companies intentionally hiring to be diverse. Yes?
Yes.
So the money is there and the intention is there.
Or the money to create the companies is there. You don't need to know code to own a technology company. You don't need to know code to have a educational technology
Wait a
company.
minute, Tim. Mr. Jerome, you gotta laugh. Jerome gonna say, you need to repeat what you just said. You don't need to know code to do what?
You don't need to know code to have a technology company. You just need to show up.
Say no more. I'm coming right now, Tempest.
That's it. That's it.
Right now.
It's 100% correct. You don't need, you know how many, I shouldn't do that. No,
Antonio?
Yes.
I'll do it. Do you know how many white men are billionaires right now that own tech companies that don't know how to code? Do you know how many billionaire CEOs that own hospitals that can't save your life if you're dying right now?
Facts.
You don't have to know everything to get started.
That's right.
You said something years ago.
Hey guys, I have an interesting statistic. Wow, interesting fact to mention. Have you guys heard of Hans Zimmer?
Yeah, he's the scorer.
Yes.
He's the music producer for all the movies.
Antonio, do you know he doesn't know how to read or write music?
I had no idea.
He literally has hired producers and composers, and he just hums tunes in their faces. So he's like, da, 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 write this down. And then they write it for him. And you can literally do that with code. You can be like, hey, I want an app that opens like this and does this. Write that code for me.
That's called an amanuensis.
What?
Yeah, that's a fancy word. An amanuensis is somebody that that Ibrahim just said. When he hums and I compose it, I'm the amanuensis. And there are many composers that use amanuensis. I had no idea Hans Zimmer was one of them. Incredible. Didn't even know that. Go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, along with what Tempest was saying, you said this years ago, Antonio, and I never forgot it. You said, if you had a choice between owning $1 million and controlling $1 million or managing $1 million, which one would you pick? And you said, I want to control it. Because if I can control all that, I can do whatever I want with it. If I own it, then I got to deal with all the headaches and all the other crap that goes with that.
Taxes.
So along the same lines, having that control is more important than having all that knowledge and all that responsibility that goes with it. You got to find a way to be able to control it. So guess what? Don't be scared. Don't be scared of jumping. That's what it boils down to, Antonio.
Yep.
That's why you are a knucklehead. You drive me crazy, but you smart, and that's why I stay with you. Okay, you smart. And believe it or not, don't tell nobody I told you this, Antonio. You're smarter than me, but don't. It's that between me and you, partner.
I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Ezel. Yeah, there you go. No. Those are your 9 areas for the next 2 years. For the next 2 years, Damali, all we're doing is becoming the master. We're becoming not the masters, the really good at-ers of these areas. You get it? Why? Because guess what the metaverse is? A great combination of all these areas. Oh, man. The metaverse is not some weird place. It's a combination of a lot of things. And for the next 2 years, all we're doing is getting really good at those things, and then for free, coming back and teaching it. Y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Tempest, what's the next 3 years?
Loud and clear.
Watch this.
3 years to become the world leader.
So the next 3 years, Dolores, the same 9 areas. Oh, that's when we become master field. Oh man, I need y'all to. This is so brilliant, y'all. This is if you ever wanted to see me at my full strategicness, it is this 232 right here. 2 years to become really good at the 9 areas, so to speak, controlling the future, the metaverse. 2 years, because you got about 2. Remember, I told you you got about 3 years for the metaverse. I went, I give you 2, because I was thinking about my own vision, and I wanted to be honest with you. We're gonna get really good at every area, really good, and then for the next 3 years, nah, we're not getting good. That's when we become masters. That's when if we do hire, that's when we start hiring Apple's engineers. We do whatever it takes to become masters in that field, in those 9 fields. What's the last 2 years, Tempest?
2 years to transition to the next future, and that future staff and product.
I know you expected me to say 2 years to make money, 2 years to, nope, because we're going to make money today. Do you understand? Making money is part of all this. This is what I'm saying, Damali. We're going to spend 2 years to get really good at the future, 3 years to master the future, and I already have it planned in, Margie, that after 5 years, everything we did is irrelevant now. So we need to spend another 2 years getting more relevant again. Does this feel like a mastermind?
When you gonna sleep?
At 100 billion. When me, Phil, Tempest, Susan, Deanna, everybody got 100 billion apiece, that's what I'll sleep. I'll sleep dead. You understand? I'll sleep dead. Think about that, y'all. 2, 3, 2. That's our vision for the rest of this year. I got some 7-year vision. Now think about this for a moment. This has a lot of implications, Damali. For one, and you're a part of this too. For one, you're a part of this too, Damali. For one, I know where we're going for the next 7 years, and I know what we're supposed to look like. So if something comes in my reality that don't look like that, the answer is automatically no. And this is what I told Vastine yesterday. Vastine was talking about somebody, he told somebody no. I said, well, Vastine, you're supposed to say no. And anybody who loves you don't ever have a problem with your no. I'm meddling now, Grace. I'm meddling.
You are.
If they really love you, if you can't help them move that dumb couch they got to 3 flights of stairs, you just say no. There is no reason for me to say, hey, Phil, can you something? You say, no, I can't do it, Antonio. And I get offended. There's no reason. You don't get offended when you love people and they tell you no. Because Phil's job is to live his dreams, not to be a slave in mine. Where's the mic so I can drop it? I need a...
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, amen.
Yeah, he's supposed to live his dreams, not be a slave in mine. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. And some of y'all are slaving somebody else's dream because they love you. Or because that's their title and you're supposed to listen to your pastor. Yeah, I'm meddling now for sure. For sure. It was alleged meddling. Now I'm really meddling. Just because that's your pastor don't mean you need to be at church 6 days a week. Unless you get to work on your dreams at church, then you shouldn't be there that much. You ain't gotta like what I'm saying, but God didn't tell you to be poor and saved. Nah, we gonna keep it real around here. Now, if you can be in church, Grace was at church 6 days a week, Sunday school, choir practice, this and that, and they let her have her laptop with her and work on her dreams, by all means. That's not, you're not at church no more. You wherever. But if you have to put your life on hold and be faithful to this place, if you got to put your life on hold, be faithful to the church, your religious organization, and you can't use the restroom until you ask, and you can't eat until food is offered, and you can't leave until everyone's dismissed at the benediction. That's no longer church, that's a job. And you shouldn't get off a job to go on a job and expect to be ahead in the future. Some of y'all volunteer too much. Okay, so I want to make sure it's still on. Some of y'all volunteer too much. You understand? Real talk. But you only get this when you get older. So when you get older, when you're like Jerome and Phil, you ain't got nothing to prove no more. Jerome and Phil here at ATS because they feel like it. Do you understand? They ain't got nothing to prove. Yeah. At some point, you get old enough, you be like, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to show up to this class right here. I see y'all on the other ones. I see y'all on the other ones. Yeah, I just be right here. And I'm good for it. I'm good for telling you.
Stop talking about me.
See, I need y'all to get mature in your age, in your wisdom a little bit. Because my mature folk understand. I'll just be at this one and sit right here, and I ain't doing nothing else. It's true. It's the truth. I'm Phil, Susan, all them night classes, because I'm here at 6 a.m. now. And I don't leave till 6 at night, sometime 8 at night. But what I've been doing now is I've been playing my video game to relax my mind, because I've discovered that without relaxing my mind, I never solve problems. Man, somebody really needed to hear that. Because I'm working on a problem all day and I never solve it because my subconscious already has the answer. But until I relax my mind, it's never going to go, oh, here's an idea. So I try to play my video game every night because it's for me. So what I start doing now is I'm just on the night classes on my video game. Do you understand? I got the volume down because I don't need to hear to see. I don't need to hear to play.
Come on now, you talking like the babies. You talking like the baby. They see sound.
Yeah.
And
I keep the volume down. Exactly. I got the volume down because I already beat the game. Now it's just MMO, massive multiplayer online, right? You're just running around doing the same stuff over and over. And I got this thing, and I hear y'all, and I'm like, okay, good. Why? Because I've decided I'm here how I feel like. And you better treat me the same damn way. Or you ain't gonna get no, blessings. You don't get the blessings. You're not gonna be able to hear me. If all you do is hear me, but never go do the work and then relax your mind, you're gonna get frustrated here quickly. Very quickly. I gave you the 9 areas. I gave you my 7-year plan. If you don't know what to do with your company, Stradivari, do what I'm doing. It's obviously working. And then what will happen is you'll figure out what to do. It's emulation. Do you get it? It's emulation. Dolores says, well, I'm not trying to be in a tech, but technically I'm a tech company because it is a digital magazine. Okay, I'm gonna do my own 7-year plan. I'm gonna say 2 for the future, 3 for this, 2 for that, right? She's still double up, and then she's saying, now what does that mean for my industry? You understand? And Dolores should be saying the same thing I'm saying. I'm coming too, Antonio. You're not leaving me. Shoot, I'm coming too. You in Dubai, so is Divine Connections. I'm coming too. You using Ibrahim, me too. How much he cost? And the answer to that is $1 million an hour. And that's the answer. That's the real answer. He may give you an in-kind discount, but he's $1 million an hour for sure. He's worth every penny. He's worth every penny. Now let's move on. That's my 7-year plan. Everybody got it. If you missed it, I will. Boom. Oh no, yeah, you good. We good. I put it in chat. Now let me help you out for a moment. Antonio, did you come up with that because you? Go ahead, Grace. Did you come up with that because you're smart? No, I didn't come up with that because I'm smart. I didn't even come up with it. Can I tell you the real truth, Dolores? I read books. And there was a book I read over the 3 weeks or whatever called Verizon Untethered. If you don't know about this former CEO of Verizon, he's still out, but he just retired. He retired on his own volition. Who made Verizon what it is? He made Verizon what it is. He was working since 1966. Verizon didn't start off as Verizon. Verizon was a merger of a bunch of different companies, and they renamed the company in 2000. Renamed the company, started that as Verizon in 2000, and they were very instrumental in the September 11, 2001 attacks. Very instrumental. This guy pretty much built the #1 wireless company in the world. Verizon, what it is. It really is. It has a network. I don't have Verizon. I actually have T-Mobile, but point is, it's still #1. And when he got to Phil's age, he went and told the board, y'all need to think about replacing me. They said, oh my gosh, you leaving? No, you can't leave now, Ivan. That's his name. No, I'm not leaving. But let's come up with a plan. And guess what they came up with a plan for, Phil? 2-3-2 to replace the greatest CEO they ever had. 2 years to plan for the future and hire people that he would need and that they would need to sustain any turmoil. 3 years to train all those people and then find out who is the potential new president. And then 2 years to weed that out, to have them establish a future vision, and they pick the new CEO of the company from there. And I said, well, if you can do that to replace yourself, hell, I can do that to run a company. And I changed it from replacing me to replacing poverty. If you're looking for a point, come on, man. If you're looking for a point, don't be so arrogant you can't listen to other folk. The man wrote a book and wrote it down just for me, Jerome. Everybody else just got to read the book too, but the damn book was for me. It was for me. He wrote the book for me. Verizon Untethered has quickly become one of the #1 business books I've ever read in my life. I couldn't put the book down. Stradivari. I read the book is. I read it in 2 or 3 days. I couldn't put it down. I didn't even play my video game. I couldn't put it down. It was one of those books from start to finish. It's all new information. And I don't get too many of those books because I read too much. But every now and then I get a book that's from start to finish, new information. And I said, wow. And I'm recommending all you read the book, Verizon Untethered. You don't have to, but there you go. Or go to Cozy Corner and go to Cool's Corner and have her summarize the book for you. Okay? Go ahead, Dolores. You want to say something?
Oh, I didn't know I was on mute. No, I was just getting the name of the book again.
Verizon Untethered. Tempest, pull it up on the screen, maybe, and share the screen. Verizon Untethered. Fantastic book. He didn't even want to write the book, so he hired a team of writers, professionals, and then they interviewed a bunch of people, and then wherever he wanted to put his commentary at, he did. Because that sounds like his leadership style, though. Sounds like his leadership style. Because they've been telling him to write a book for years. He built it from the ground up. Verizon, the story of Verizon is amazing to watch. Amazing to watch. So there it is right there. Verizon Untethered. Ivan Seinberg. Crazy, fantastic. It's also on Audible. Fantastic book. I definitely recommend it. That's why I got my 232 plan for. I sent Tempest some tools. I'm going to send them to y'all now. Tempest is reviewing these tools to see if they would be worth our time in this company. You understand? Now, of course, Google Analytics is always worth it. Tempest, would you mind taking over and running these tools? I guess I can share the screen for you, and then you can talk about each one, or and tell us, are we going to use it or not? Are you still thinking about it or something like that? Let's roll.
So what is this?
This is the first link, the
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
They changed the name. Okay. So this is what used to be Conversion AI. Basically, you can write write a paragraph or write a blog, copy and paste it, and it will write a better or convert a better blog or better content for you based on artificial intelligence. It will look at, or it's supposed to look at what your audience likes and tailor it to them specifically. So it takes your words, takes what your audience likes or what they interact with, and makes your article or your words more readable for your audience.
Now, why would we need that? But we actually do need that. But of course, we got Ibrahim too, myself. Why? Because most things are written word, makes it news, articles, blogs, attention, customer acquisition, etc. Someone like Ibrahim would really need it. You understand? Because not only does he know it, but what it would allow him to do is either move faster, or it would speed up his training for other writers who have the gift of writing, but don't know what he knows SEO wise. So he can have them write and then just copy, and they can send him 15 articles a day apiece. He has 5 people, send 15 articles, 15 times 5 is some number I can't do in my head right now. And whatever that number
Antonio.
is, right, he put it in there, copy and paste it, and go off with that. Go ahead, man.
I went the other way. I just doubled down on my sense of humor. I introduced it into my writing, stood by it, and now I've tripled my rate. So I don't have writers under me now. It's just that clients are paying me much more just to write for them because I just stand apart in how I write.
Right, absolutely.
So I just made that. I made the branding move instead of the scaling move.
Absolutely. Well, he scaled through brand. So basically, he went from Honda to Bentley. He getting a bunch of Hondas or just having one Bentley. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing. He's now the Bentley of writing, and people charge him or pay him for that quality instead of pushing out a bunch of quantity. Everybody follow what I'm saying? I will tell you this. The metaverse and artificial intelligence threatens all of us. Everybody's not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm still going to say it. Where we go next is where the world has never been. Web 3.0 looks very differently. By 2047, there's actually a book called 2047. this world will look very differently. I would give you, and I'm very, very factual from what I know because I'm in the industry. Artificial intelligence is moving so fast and deep learning is so rich. Every single job here is in jeopardy, even Ibrahim's. I guarantee you. I told Deanna this privately. Deanna attempted this privately. I'm telling y'all publicly. In 5 to 7 years, your next best-selling books will be written by machines. I know you ain't never heard it before.
What?
I know you never heard it before. Okay. I'm telling you, no AI is going to write this sort of stuff in the next decade. Fair enough. That's absolutely facts. I'll say it on the screen. Your next Harry Potter will come from the artificial intelligence. Smart people like Ibrahim, this is his page right here, Practical Guide to Pettiness. No, that's not going to be possible. Not the next one. Not the next one. People like Ibrahim are going to be able to know the writing and then control the artificial intelligence. He's going to be one of the consultants that give the information to the machine learning to humanize the information it's just going to get from the web. But I'm telling you, I'm telling all of you right now, whatever you think cannot be automated, it will be automated. It will be automated. You will go to your automation doctor visit. It will be automated. If you don't think so, you're already going to webmd.com now. Your phone is already an extension of you now. Whenever you need to go to the library and to follow the Dewey Decimal System and to get to the Encyclopedia Britannica, this some of y'all way too young for anything I just said. You don't have to do that now. All you do is, Siri, what is this? We are so in the future now. You could pick up your phone and ask Siri and get your library card, bypass the Dewey Decimal System, which we don't even use no more, bypass all of that and pick up the information without ever reading it.
Okay, Antonio T. Smith Jr., this I just want to ask. Because me and Siri and that other one, we do not get along. We fight all the time. They be turning my stuff off, dialing up people, having people in the conversation. Nobody told them to do that. What do you do about that? Because we literally do not get along. Is there a way that I can create?
Yes, you stop letting your phone. You stop letting your phone
associate with me that knows me.
You stop letting your phone beat you up. Is what you do. Then you go to YouTube and type in how to properly use Siri. That's what you do, right? And then
body slamming and
no, I get it. I had somebody ask me. I was talking to somebody that had to ask me how should I use YouTube? And I said the crazy thing about how good YouTube is, you could go on YouTube and type in how to use YouTube on YouTube, and it would teach you how to use YouTube. That's insane. We used to say, but you can't define a definition. You can't give me the definition by using the word. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can now. I go to YouTube and find out how to use YouTube on YouTube. Yes, I can. That's how crazy it is. I'm not telling you.
I sure did what Tempest told me to do. Tempest told me to go to YouTube and and find out how to do my my posting on YouTube. And yeah. I that's what I did. And it said that I had to, but she noticed that it said that you gotta just upload.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. In fact, we use YouTube for all sorts of stuff that YouTube's not even supposed to be used for. Like we shrink video files for YouTube because it automatically does it for us. It automatically does it for us. I'm not telling you that you are going to be out of a job. I'm telling you, your job is going to be out of a job. Your career is going to be out of a career. And if you don't adjust now, well, then you are going to be out of a job. Then you are going to be out of a career. What's easier? What's easier? For me to get 1 million Ibrahims, or for me to design one algorithm and feed it every book that is available, every classic book that's uncopywritten, public domain, every classic book, because the way algorithms work is the more you put in, the more it learns. Every classic book, everyone, and then read it and then give it every sacred text. Own that copyright, own that algorithm, and then have it do what Ibrahim could do. The only people who are safe are people like Ibrahim, because he is not only has the gift and the talent, has the connections, but he's open-minded. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not telling you something. I said you weren't gonna like what I was saying. Nobody likes to hear you're vulnerable, but you are, because technology is supposed to make us vulnerable, because it doesn't make us vulnerable. Well, let me not. I don't want to attack capitalism, but technology and capitalism are like oil and water for the middle class. Technology and capitalism for the wealthy, well, that's the goose that laid the golden egg. Technology and capitalism for the middle class, you don't want that. You don't want that problem in your life. You don't. Deep down, you know, I'm telling the truth, because every last one of you have seen, you just walk into one of these restaurants like Subway or something, or have y'all seen the fast food pizza places where they actually, there's a machine that put the sauce on it now or something? It's crazy. It's dumb what's happening now. I mean, they got everything that happens at these points. Everything happens at these points, and you need to be a part of it. You need to be a part of it. Anyway, let me give you the next. The reason I'm bringing it up, because I'm giving you the next things to be a part of it. I'm giving you the technology so you don't have to lose. Go ahead, whoever that finna say something.
This is Dolores. I have a quick question. So with the algorithm, is that what you're doing on your Facebook? So now I get the notifications of if I miss, a certain segment or something, it shows up. And I do that with yours and Cindy Trim. So that comes up now. So what do you do in order to get that?
Yeah. So basically, two things that I'm doing differently on my Facebook page. One, I'm consistently attacking all 4 or 5 levels of posts, links, pictures, videos, and text, consistently attacking those. So it's telling the algorithm that I am active in all these posts. So go find people who interact with these posts. The second thing I'm doing is I'm encouraging people like you to turn on those notifications. So what's happening is I'm winning 2 ways. You have your notifications turned on in one scenario. Other scenario is I finally start posting on my page according to the way you interact on Facebook. That's why you keep seeing me. See, I was video heavy. You understand what I'm saying? But if you didn't interact with a lot of videos, you would miss my posts. 98% of my posts were videos. Dolores is seeing me now because she interacts with videos and pictures. And you get what I'm saying? So she's seeing me now. Those are the 2 things that's working out for me.
So is that automatic? Does it happen automatically, or you do that something in the background to make it happen?
Both and. There's another both and question. I use hero post, which I will send you right now. Here is the page. Page right here. It is a one-time fee. I forget what it is. It's something like $69 or something. It's not that much. It is like what you call the other one. I can't remember. The expensive. I mean, I don't want to say expensive one. This the standard. There's this industry standard. It's called something. What is it called, y'all? When you post, I can see the black owl logo. Hootsuite. Yeah, I see the black owl. I just couldn't remember the name. Hootsuite. Except for you pay like $99 one time for this lifetime access, and you can have unlimited accounts on there instead of having to pay for a different account. So I'll put that out in the chat right now. We're moving now into the software section of. I told you what I was doing, and then now we're telling you these are tools that we may or may not be using. Hero Post, I just put it in the link. We're using that one, and you can have unlimited accounts, so you can have all your accounts. And then on top of that, it lets you schedule everything. Plus, it lets you schedule the frequency. So you can schedule one post and then have that one post for 7 times a day. Or 7 or 1 time a week for 7 days. You know what I'm saying? You can do all that. So I'm using that tool. And it's just one, and I can't stress this enough, Dolores. It's one-time fee. That monthly stuff is a killer.
I get it. I just need to use it more now. So
yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what you see me doing. And it works.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to add that I noticed today on my walk that they're replacing cashiers in McDonald's Pakistan. And like cashiers cost less than electricity here, but they're just replacing them. So if anyone who's charging in dollars in the United States thinks that their job is safe, forget about it.
If you replace the stuff cheaper than electricity, then yeah, for sure. Yeah, the United States for sure. He's right. He's getting people right. I forgot to even think about this. I'm thinking about it from a global standpoint, but I forgot to think about how quickly y'all gonna get replaced in the United States. You cost too much. You got too many freedoms and rights and stuff. You cost too much. Yeah, you do cost too much. India is the back office for the world. India and Pakistan. It's the truth. Call center of writers, India. Half of the like FANG, many of them, or people right under them, Microsoft, things like that, are run by Indian CEOs. It's the world's back office. China is the world's manufacturer. America is the world's innovation. This is it. Dubai is where all the world's people go to go hang out and chill. I couldn't resist that one. All right, Tibbs, here's the next one. Notice that I don't know if we're using these because I put Tempest in charge. You understand? And Tempest tells me if we're using these because Tempest knows how to make my life easier. Go ahead, Tempest. Are we using this one?
So I don't know if we're using this, but this is exactly what Antonio meant when he said robotic process automation. This is all this company does. They build software that robots run in the background. And if you're not familiar with what I'm saying, if you've ever been on a website and had a little chat bot pop up and you talk to the chat bot and it keeps answering your questions and you never talk to an actual human being, that is an example of a RPA or a robotic process automation software.
Okay. Good.
So are we using it? Probably
yes.
not. Are we stealing from it? Probably
yes. Yes. So we're going to use it for a little bit to steal from it, and then we're going to cancel the subscription. So yes, put this as a yes, Tempest. We're definitely using this one. I sent these when I was in Africa. I sent these to Tempest and I told her to look at them because Tempest understands. This is why you should have business partners, somebody. She's to my strengths and also to my weaknesses. And she understands that. I sent the link. I wanted all of them. Tempest is going to look at the reviews. She's going to do all that stuff I'm not going to do. So she's saving me money. You know what I'm saying? She's saving me money. Good. We're definitely going to do RPA. We're definitely going to do that one for sure. No doubt about that one. We're going to sign up. You sign us up for that today, Tempest, or something like that. And start us off with a free trial and we'll go. And of course, are we going to steal from it? Of course we are. Why would I not do that? Don't need to click on Google Analytics. You know what that is. If you don't know what it is, then you'll find out soon as you start a website or something. So no need to talk about that. Tempest, what about this one?
Moz.com. Yes. If you're hearing me, yes. Yes. This is for everybody on this call. Yes. If you have a website or something, and if you ever ask a question about SEO, I'm Googling myself, I can't find myself. This website will teach you everything you need to know about SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization. You want your words, your website, your app, even your books to pop up on Google. Moz.com, I think, is one of the greatest tools, free resources out there. They have a lot of documentation. So if you like to read, to learn, definitely utilize them. They also have a keyword research tool on there. And if you pay for it, they will audit your website for you.
Nice.
And give you, suggestions on how to improve. For
all the stuff you need. Everybody here needs this, but Ibrahim does this in his sleep. But the rest of you need it. Well, it's his job. It's Antonio knows business like Ibrahim knows the written word. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's his job to know these things. I'm sure there was one time in his life he didn't know them, but he knows them now. Then he went to school for like journalism and marketing or something like that too. So he has no choice but to know these things because that's his job. That's why he breathes today, to know these things. The rest of you need to do that. Tempest, can you hook us up with that today? Especially on, you probably already did, but I would love to, I was thinking about this. I want to especially Mexican news. And it's first of all, let me say this, it's well already. Because Ibrahim did a ton of stuff behind the scenes. Okay, so it's well already. But I want to SEO to the extreme perfection Mexican News and ATS Radio. Obviously. Because traffic, right? Traffic and ad revenue. It's just obvious. If we can get set up with that today. This is what I got going on. Deanna has 2 jobs. She only has 2 jobs right now to about March. You understand? Probably maybe February, depending on how fast she goes. Her only job is to master internet traffic and something we're doing on the esoteric side. It's the only job. Tempest has 16 jobs, and I add 16 every 3 hours to her. She's got that. And her job starts off, and it's all in the 2 years. So we got our 4 areas where we're going to. Right? We've got our 4 areas where we're going to. We know, Tempest, why don't you tell them where our 4 areas are? So this is good information. Our 4 immediate areas. We're going somewhere big, but we know immediately feel we got to do these things right now because they're weaknesses, and not weaknesses because we don't know how to do them. They're weaknesses because we're not good at them like we need to be. Go ahead, Tempest.
They are app making, API, which is application programming interface, which lets one app talk to another app. I don't have an example. Yes, I do. Zoom. No, I don't have an example.
Facebook Messenger talks to Facebook.
Okay. Yes. Facebook Messenger talks to Facebook and Instagram. Great example.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
cloud, which is my favorite topic, and blockchain.
And blockchain. It's not that we don't know something. It's these are immediate, and then me and Tempest. What time frame did I give us to master these by?
July.
So we have to master these areas by July. The reason why you don't have an ATS app yet, but you should have one by July, is because I don't know. I'm not going to be able to police my words here, Jerome. So I have to just tell you what I feel as a CEO. Okay. I'm not going to be able to police my words here because it's going to be policing is going to make me lose in translation what the competitor in me really is trying to get across. I want to do a lot. I want esoteric. It's like, yes, you got dog it. I keep right. Esoteric, radio, TV, blockchain, and something else. Okay, right? All that stuff. Well, yeah, the cloud's going to run. I store all that stuff. The problem with that, Phil, is if I go and build an app out there, for one, you're going to have 4 sign-ons. Who the hell wants that? Let's keep it real. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants 4 sign-ons. And I'm not, while it sounds like I want to do a lot, it sounds like a lot to anybody who either isn't doing a lot or doesn't make more money than me. Because to Mark Zuckerberg, he's like, I already did that. Think about this. Mark Zuckerberg has 2 TV stations. That's why he just changed them into Reels now. He's got Instagram TV and Facebook Watch. I just made Tippers realize something. He's got 2. Instagram TV and Facebook Watch. But on Facebook alone, you need 1 password. And you don't even realize Facebook no longer has a messenger. You cannot send. Yes, sir.
Based on what you shared yesterday and today, I don't expect an app at this moment that's going to do what it needs to do for the future. Because as soon as you do the app right now, Antonio, guess what you got to do a month from now? You got to change and modify it because guess what you did? Based on becoming the expert in that other field, you got to change the app.
Exactly.
Hello.
Exactly. That's why.
Is anybody listening? I'm listening.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's exactly why y'all don't have app.
But you know you my girl. I got your back, girl.
That's exactly why I have app. When you go on Facebook, it APIs, what Tempest said, it communicates with Messenger to where Dolores feels like she's in the same app. You're not. Facebook has its own department. I mean, Facebook Messenger has its own department and it's its own company inside of Facebook. It truly is. It truly is. And now, since Facebook owns WhatsApp, you can genuinely use WhatsApp on Facebook. People can actually message you on WhatsApp, which is very important because everybody outside of America uses WhatsApp. Everybody uses WhatsApp outside of America. I'm telling you, everybody uses WhatsApp. You don't even need a phone service. You just need internet to have a phone service. But Facebook has all of that, plus TV, plus Messenger, plus telephone. They're Comcast. Facebook has internet, TV, and phone service for free. You get it? Then they have a whole e-commerce store for you that you can build a shop. Then they have WordPress inside of them, your fan page, your business page. And you never have to log in more than once. And that's what Tempest and I are not good at. What's going to happen is you're going to see ATS TV and all the dot this and stuff, you know, Antonio Esoteric dot, all become in one seamless place. That's what you're going to see. And it's exactly why I made ATS Radio free, because I was determined not for y'all to have a sign in. And I had to choose between, do I have people sign in, or do I just make it free, get really good at it, and just own that this is future or bust. And so I chose, obviously, free, future or bust. And it makes it news. This is why you don't have to sign in. This is exactly why, because I want one sign in and I want all those things. And so you're going to be able to navigate yourself with that app, plus have audio chat and chat, plus telephone service. You have all that. We suck at API because we never had to use it before. We never had to. And we're not as good as building apps as we can. There's a great lesson in here, Margie. That's why I really like what you're doing. And Phil understands this from a dollars and cents standpoint. We're not asking nobody to solve our problem by going out there and getting a third party. That's the best way, or I should say the fastest way and the easiest way. The problem is, and Phil understands this, if I keep using all these monthly services, who owns the company? Because I can't scale without them. I can't. If somebody builds our app and it's time for us to scale, and we got to pay monthly to send out this and do that, or whenever we want to make changes, and doggone well, tomorrow I'm going to come in here and make changes. Jerome knows it. Everybody knows that. We can't do it. We have to wait 30 days for this and send an email and help. And when that happens, you don't own your company. All your third-party sources on the companies, the real CEOs that have changed the world and become 100 billionaires, they crazy like me, and they said, Tempest, we got to find a solution or the company is going under. And they were willing to risk being embarrassed publicly and going under until we write the code or build the new technology or whatever it is. And ATS, all our solutions are created by young people from the hood. And when they write our story, that needs to be in there. Whenever we have a problem, Margie, we go and buy the classes and we go figure it out. We don't ask nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't. Because once we get that solution, we own the company. And that's power. That's real power. It's real power not to have to go outside and ask somebody for a solution. And then, because the Lord made us benevolent, we then teach y'all what the hell we just struggled with and learned. Don't forget that part. That's like the cool part of ATS. Then we come back and say, all right, y'all, today's class is something we just learned a year ago and we just got beat up a bit, right? You know what I'm saying? And now we're doing this to perfection. We're getting paid for it. This is what we're learning, y'all. And you go, oh my God. Because as we scale, we run into problems. And our problem right now is we don't have our things communicating with each other. So therefore, while you have a great user experience, it's not a Facebook, Amazon user experience. Amazon app is so cold, you can communicate with all their products with your thumb. That's what we're working on. You get it? And we don't make the excuse. I heard somebody say yesterday, Saturday, well, Antonio, I don't have a team. Neither did Jeff Bezos. They had Amazon started. They didn't even have tables at first. They used to box everything sitting Indian style on the floor. Yeah, his idea was, oh man, if he got down there and was boxing, his idea was, I should get some comfortable mats. And the dude next to him said, no, you should get some tables. Oh, that makes sense. And thus, right? Thinks exactly like me, right? Yeah, let me just get some mats. No, dummy. No, Tony, get some tables. Oh, okay. That actually makes sense, Phil. You're right. That's what I would have said when they got some mats. I wouldn't even thought about the tables. I'm just thinking about solving this problem right now. Own your company. I know it's the hard way, but the hard way allows you to apply for patents. See what I'm saying? You know who owns the patent for one-click shopping? You know why you never see it nowhere? Well, you're starting to now because it was a federal thing that happened in like 2018. Amazon. Jeff Bezos, want to take all the friction, made the step-by-step process without code for one click and patent it, and couldn't nobody use it. So you have people like Barnes & Noble do 2 clicks. They did the same thing, but in order to get past the patent, they said, now verify. You still see it today. You still see the whole, on Amazon, if you hit this one click, you ain't no verification. Everybody else is say, okay, now verify that you want this because that's a patent rule I don't know about. I just happen to read about it. The patent rule. When Jeff Bezos understands the rule of being a monopoly. Does it make sense to buy one click? Yeah. Did Jeff Bezos do it first and patent it? Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to be doing with your company. I told y'all last year, first meeting of last year, I said, we are going to be the world's first student reactive course, school, whatever I said, right? The student reactive was the important part. The student reactive online learning system, whatever. You understand? Well, what I didn't tell you is I was actually thinking about all that virtually. You understand? But I did hint at it. I told y'all, one day we got to get off of Zoom or make Zoom exclusive, but Zoom's not in my way, so it doesn't bother me. Because we're not completely on Zoom. So we start doing a lot of 4K stuff behind the scenes. You know, that's what we're doing. That's what you see now. Because I've always understood the more unique we are, the more competitive advantage we have. And the more we solve our own problems is the more that not only can we be good, but the more power we have. And most importantly, the more can't nobody buy us. That is important. And don't think it's not. That is important. Don't think it's not. All right. So as soon as Tibbetts come back, we'll come back to the next apps. So I have written down here, Jerome, that I want to develop a list of expectations and demands that I want people to have for being on my podcast. Deanna, it's your turn. I don't want Deanna on podcast teaching, doing all these podcast interviews anymore. It's not that she's not better than me. She is. What I want to do next, that 7-year plan. Think about it. 7-year plan says go for the future. Do this. I'm not saying podcast is not the future. Interviewing podcasts is going to be in the future. But going to another room, sitting on Zoom, doing an interview on podcast is not the future. Podcasting in the future is in the metaverse. Virtual reality interviews. And since I cast a vision for 7 years, Deanna's no longer allowed. Can y'all see it? I told you, you got to be able to know what you want to do and then say no. So now, am I going to stop all interviews cold turkey? Possibly not, but there's going to be demands now. John, I'm going to give you these demands now. No more interviews unless they are interviewing. You ready? They can interview on Secrets of Success. For every one person that we interview, they have to interview 5. I ain't lying. Because I'm ranked higher than them. Do you understand? They're going to reach a gazillion people. In this order: Deanna, Phil, Susan, Tempest, Antonio. I said what I said. We get 100 requests a week to interview. You get what I'm saying? And podcast interviews are typically always free. You know, like 99% of the time free, because audiences, like, you know how cool it would be for Phil to tap into 10,000 people and get 200 of them come back to human consultants. That's good money. You know, say that's good money. That's good money every day of the week. That's good money, especially when you didn't have to pay for it. That's good money every day of the week for sure. So those are my new expectations. You're going to say, hey, what we're doing now, Antonio has said that we're more than welcome to interview you and expose you to all sorts of people and put you, and we'll even put them on Mexican News too. We'll put them on our news station. Write that down. I write up an article about them on the news station. We have our own news station. We'll put them on the news station. But they have to have their own platform and interview our top 5 people. That's it. Am I hoping they say no? Yep. I am. But the only people who are going to be able to say yes are going to be qualified people with their own platforms that are like-minded to understand that promotion goes both ways. Which leads me to my next point. I am no longer interested. This is, I need to make sure Tip is hitting me. Okay, remind me to come back to forever. Somebody remind me to come back to forever. That's important. Don't let me forget. I need Tippers to hit me though. It's too important for me to say that. So those are my demands for podcasts now, because we get so many different podcast requests. I mean, from millionaires and billionaires, I don't bother me. Like, we got a couple of billionaires on there, like 4 or 5. It's way too many millionaires to count. We got some of the famous brands y'all know is on the podcast. They're on there. We had, I don't even know how many. Yeah, I'm not even sure how many episodes I got on podcast. So I'm about to find out. I'm about to find out right now. Yeah, but it's a bunch. It's a bunch, and it's doing great. Let's see, Secret to Success podcast. Antonio T. Smith Jr. Where is that? Is this it? Yes. We've got 674 episodes right there. Yeah, 674 episodes. That's a lot. That's a lot of episodes. That's some stick to itness right there, Dolores. That's a lot of episodes. Stick to this. We had y'all make me laugh sometimes. We had folks getting tired after 10 Mexican shows. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist, Damali. I couldn't resist. Right? It's just think about it. No, it's 674 in. You gotta keep going, man. You gotta keep going. By the way, so while I wait on Tip is let me go ahead and do that real quick. Let me show y'all Mexit. And thank you all for supporting. We actually broke our daily visitor record yesterday by 10 o'clock in the morning. For real talk. At 10 o'clock in the morning. So y'all set a crazy record. So definitely grateful for that. It's a crazy record.
I love it.
Yeah, no doubt. No, y'all did that. Y'all did that for sure. I did that for sure. Let's see. Mix it versed. Go. Do something. Move. Okay, it's not moving. All right. Guess we'll have it move in a little bit. I wanted to show you the unpopular opinion. With those, is it one of them ladies in representation? There she go. Yes, unpopular opinion is all up there. All up there. It sure is. I'm just going one by one, putting up the shows. Going one by one, putting up the shows. And y'all shows are great. And every time Dolores is on screen, she steals the show. I'm not sure if she knows that, but it's fantastic. So here it is here. There it is. And then when you go to, I said unpopular opinion. I meant crazy news. When you go to crazy news, it'll pop up as you click it. And this is Zoom taking up all the resources on the computer. But once it flips over, you'll go here and you'll see all the shows on there. But this looks good though. This is clean looking, very good. My goal with Mexiverse is to make it the #1 news station in the world. That's my goal. That is my goal for sure, to make it #1 news station in the world. That's my goal. So here's crazy news. I love their little picture and all these on their shows. See that? All these. Look at that. That's how many of, and they was live this morning. They're getting it in. They're getting it in. Congratulations to you, Renee. You're looking good. Yes.
Oh, you put up a new another season?
Oh, I put up about 39 of your episodes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's your link right there. You can start sharing them right now.
Oh, okay. Because one of my friends was watching. She was like, Renee, I can't see no more. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, well, if she go over there. She go over there.
Thank you.
Yeah. She go over there. She will. It's in the same order as it is on ATS TV. And then once you get past that 9th one, you get to all the bunch of new ones, never before seen episodes, and eventually you have thumbnails and the names of the stuff on there. But it just takes too long right now, so I'm just putting up the stuff right now, definitely. And I've got Level Up, I got the Connect, I got everybody. So we're putting all this stuff up. We're happy to see it. Now, when I was explaining how we own everything and move everything, and how we're very focused on keeping the right people. And the podcast, Tempest, you may have missed it. The podcast, I've changed the standard for podcasts that no one can be on our podcast anymore unless they have their own platform and interview 5 of us. And I put it in a particular order: Deanna, Phil, Susan, Tempest, Antonio. That's the order. You interview those 5, and then you can get on. Okay, you can get on. Of course, we're going to take their podcast episode and we're going to put them on Mexit News as well. We're going to do that for them, so we can do more than what they can do. Y'all understand? And so that I can do more than what they can do, then you got to ask. I don't care. You can be a millionaire. It still matters because I still reach more people than you. And so we can do that. It's not that I'm being mean. It's just I'm only looking for what Les Brown called quality people, but that's not really the real thing. Here's the real thing. I am no longer interested, and this is, I'm telling you, from Frida to Monica. All right, I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you right now. If you, let me go from Tempest to Damali. Got here last year, or 2 years ago, right? You know what I'm saying? From Alpha to Z, A to Z. I'm no longer interested in people. As of right now, no longer hiring people, putting people on, don't care. I'm only building forever relationships with people and partners. Any company we use, it's a forever relationship. I'm interested in 30 years. I'm not interested in and you learning and moving. I have no problem with that. That's what customers supposed to do. I have no problem with that. It's just that I'm shifting. I want to shift our culture. I'd rather be known as Chick-fil-A than McDonald's. In this season of my life, you understand? And I'm not talking about, well, it doesn't matter. Whatever you think about Chick-fil-A, that's fine. I don't care what you think. I'm talking about the idea of all their partners have been with them for 30 years. So if you're not,
I get that.
Yeah.
That's good. I get that. I get that.
Yeah. So if you're not trying to be here forever, nothing wrong with that. But I'm not partnering with anybody. So if we use a software, we don't intend on being partnered with them forever. Like there's a boxing company called Tuesday Morning that I haven't told them yet, but I need to talk to the CEO. I need to talk to the CEO. And if they're not willing to work with Happy and Secure for 30 years, then we need to find another boxing company. You understand? That's my energy. So if you think, I don't know, whatever you think, this isn't a warning for anybody, but every relationship we have, from internal to partnership, it needs to be 30 plus years. You come with us, we on the road forever. Because I understand what we're building, and I understand that we're changing the world, but I'm smarter now, Jerome, and I walk differently. And the older I get, the wiser I get. And the more I recognize that while 2 years ago, I wanted to change the whole world, I still do. But now I realize, Margie, I have to reach some real relationships with real people, and they'll change the whole world.
Come on now. That's it. That's it. Come on, how to reach the masses. Come on, get it in.
That's it.
That's
it right there. 100%.
That's a t-shirt.
100%.
That's really a t-shirt.
100%. It's not changing the world, doesn't flow through me. It flows through the real relationships I have with real people. And it's hard to have a real relationship with 7.8 billion people. With 500, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? So here right now, like I did a lot of stuff last year to do. Hey, can I help you out? Nah, we ain't doing it anymore. We ain't doing it. Ain't nobody mess up. It's just that if you're not trying to be here for forever, you might as well just go. Yes, sir.
Forever. You said a year ago, and I'm having flashbacks right now. You told us, folks, we're scaling, and it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yep.
And you did exactly what you said you were going to do, and ATS has moved, and I've seen it move, and now guess what? It's still moving, and now you come back a year later, and you're saying, guess what, folks? Here's where we're going right now, and if your past is any indication of the future, you do what you say you're going to do, sir. So I believe you. Okay, I can't speak for nobody else.
You understand?
Okay? I told someone, and they're on this call right now, and I told them to say, because I'm listening to what you just said. I said to them, if I go to Galveston, Texas right now, I says there will be a job in AT waiting for me. And I said, now
and a bed, and a bed.
Come on now, watch it. I said to them, I said, now here's the deal. I says, I don't know what that job is going to be. I say, and check this out. Antonio doesn't know what that job is going to be, but there will be a job for me.
You understand?
Okay. And I said that, and I meant that, because ATS is my family. I say, but right now, there's some stuff I need to do in Baltimore.
Yep.
And I said, and when I get that done, whatever that is, I says, I don't travel all over the world. I don't put my hat in any one place. So hello, when that
I got you. You know, I got you.
but that's exactly what you're saying is you're not looking for the fly by night. You're not looking for the summertime friend. You're looking for long term because you got long term goals.
That's right.
And that isn't putting anybody down. And the first thing you should do is be about your business. And if you can partner with ATS and move forward, great. If not, come and get it and run with it. And you'll say, God bless you. And you know why you're gonna say God bless you to them, Antonio? Because when they leave to go out and become great, guess what they're gonna people say, how'd you do this? How'd this happen? ATS. Come on now. You don't lose, Antonio, no matter what. It's win-win-win, no matter what you're doing. Hello? Come on, boy.
That's it.
So
You're absolutely right.
I just wanted to share that.
No, you said it better than what I could have said. You're right. He got a job. I don't know what it is. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. No, my job, I'm preparing for law. I'm preparing for Jerome in a few years, right? All sorts of stuff. And what we're doing is, and I've started this year off this way. There's stuff behind the scenes. I had Grace reach out to Phil and Susan on some stuff. What we're doing now is we're securing everybody on some forever stuff. If I ain't got to you yet, I will. You just got to give me some time. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, forever's a long time. So you give me a little bit of that long time. I'll get there. I'll get there for sure. But I have a moral responsibility to take care of the people who started with me, who never, like Phil, Susan, Tempest, Deanna, never complain. I have a moral responsibility. And at this point, I can't be the only one eating. You hear what I'm saying? That's a pimp. I don't know. That ain't how it's supposed to work. So we have to do these things, and I'm so grateful because 2021 was a great year for me, and it was a great year for I built the foundation to fulfill all my promises, and I'm executing on them on 2022. Like scaling last year forced me to fix holes, and I don't have that problem no more. So now it's all execution. It's all execution. We're executing right now. We'll run into problems. They're gonna be new problems though, Demond. Like I'm not running into the same problems. No, that's stupid. These are gonna be some new problems I don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? We don't repeat problems, Frida. We don't do that. We don't do that at all. That's staying at the same vibration. We ain't doing that, Margie. You understand? We gonna look for some new problems. Yeah, we gonna hire. Yeah, give me some new demons. I want the same ones. You understand what I'm saying? I want the same one. But that's where we're going. So we're looking for forever partners. You understand what I'm saying? All right, what Gianna want to do with Cozy Corner ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But what Frida wants from ATS is forever. And if she ain't down for forever, she got to find a new place.
Forever.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
What I tell you, ATS for life, baby.
That's it. That's it. You got to find a new place. If not, you understand what I'm saying? Because I got it's Phil, Susan, then I got Vastine, and I ain't even told you. Well, it depends. The third person depends. It might be Monica, but it depends. It's 90% Monica, but it depends. It depends. Because if she is good, then I'm gonna move. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move. But by the time I get that third person, the whole ship is gonna take care of everybody. How can you help? Well, just go to Mexit News ATS Radio. If you love us, make those two places. And when you want to fall asleep on ATS Radio. You know what I'm saying? Let your computer. You want to fall asleep on Netflix? That's cool. Just go to ATS Radio, hit play, and then mute, and then go on another tab and open up Netflix. But them ads need to be getting impressions. Do you understand what I'm saying? You want to help?
Can Can
Yeah,
I
go,
say
go ahead.
something?
That's it. This is a good place to say something.
In this space right here,
And then
right here
Arcia
in this
next.
space. It's been said before, but I want to say it right here with my family. My family. I'm not going nowhere without my wallet. I'm not going nowhere without my wallet.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I ain't mad at you at all. Go ahead, Arcia.
So when I think of ATS, I think of Chick-fil-A automatically because Chick-fil-A they don't have to say, "Oh, we Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A." You know, they their customers talk about them. They don't have to speak for themselves. When I was in Urban, when I was working at Chick-fil-A, all the naysayers would say, "Why you want to work at Chick-fil-A?" But I went in there with a strategy because when you have favor with the owners and they was the operators, and I was like, okay, I want how can I leverage my degree? And they were like, we don't want to put you on the floor, but if you plan on staying here, you can qualify for the operator, become another operator. But that takes 18 months. And so as I was looking around observing, you have to learn everything in Chick-fil-A. You can't just learn how to do the shakes. I was driving the car and never doing the catering services and everything. But the thing is, what I observed was they was investing in me. And the owner came in with her husband and everything. They would like read this book at a Chick-fil-A place. They didn't say learn this task. They say read this book. After you read this book, then we're gonna move to this point. But the thing is, I knew that I was moving, so I told them I'm gonna be moving. But the thing is, like Tempest said, you don't have to learn code to be in technology and everything. It helped for me remember about Chick-fil-A because it was a guy in there learning to be an operator, and the owners was teaching him from the ground up. It took him 12 to 18 months. And they said it don't matter if people come with $10,000 to build the thing or start the program, they don't care about that. It's like an internal thing. So when I think about ATS, I think about Chick-fil-A because you guys' brand speaks for itself. And the things that you're doing in the future, it speaks for itself. And just like you said, you don't want to work with anybody.
No.
Chick-fil-A don't want to work with everybody either. They don't care if you have money because they want to almost like chicken. They want to hand raise those chickens to their standards. So y'all guys doing the right thing.
I appreciate you, now. Thank you for saying.
Can I add on to that?
Please,
because I actually read about Chick-fil-A yesterday, interestingly enough. And one of the things I read about the Cathy family and the patriarch before he died is he wanted to make sure that his company never went public and made sure that his family, he wrote it in his will or his plan for the future of the company. And then he also was very fixated on employee loyalty and making sure that the company was loyal to its employees and treated its employees like family. Same thing with ATS. So yeah, you when you mentioned Chick-fil-A, that was spot on.
Man, wow. See, I didn't even know. I during Christmas break, I was thinking about True Cathy, Chick-fil-A, and I read a book on them. I was like, man, this sounds a lot like what I'm trying to do. And I had no idea we already did it, but you know what I'm saying? I guess that's why I resonated with it. I don't ever want to take this company public. That's why I want to start this on blockchain, because that's basically taking it public. Because I'm not interested in going public. I'm more interested in giving a share of this company to the people who believed in it. You know what I'm saying? So again, at this point in my ascension, I'm talking about this point, it's in this present moment. There's no philosophy like right now as my finger is doing this present moment. Forever. I'm not looking for the right person, Latrice. I'm looking for the right person who's going to be here for forever. I used to look for the smartest in this. And it's not my goal anymore. My goal is, because I know I have to die. You get it? And I need to make sure this company does two things. I need to make sure it stays the way my heart is, but has enough flexibility to go towards the vision of the next leader. And that's two different things. You know, that's two different things. You know, heart and eyes don't typically go together. You know what I'm saying? There's two different things. It needs to stay the way I built it is heart-wise. But remember, all the methods can change because I don't want to pigeonhole the next leader into, well, we don't do things like that. You know, I don't want to do that either. You know, I want to do, because it's going to be a new future. It's going to be a new future. I will always CEO this company in wartime. This is this wartime CEO, peacetime CEO. I would never be a peacetime CEO of this company. I promise you that. I promise you. First off, Phil knows enough that I'm gonna get bored. And I'm just not. This is a pioneer teacher, right? I'm gonna get bored. So there's just no way I'm gonna CEO this company in peacetime. There's no way. I will be wartime. Once we get to where we are, you know, they call us like Apple is peacetime. You get what I'm saying? They're on the other side of that. Once Apple gets some real competition, they'll be back in war. Once we get to where peacetime, I'll be saying, Tempest, we need to find my replacement. Yeah, I know we need to find my replacement. You know what I'm saying? It could be my kids, could be not. Who knows? If they're crazy. They're crazy. You know, they independent little soldiers. I don't know what the hell they want to do. They do what they want to do. That's fine. You know, like the youngest boys, they're crazy. My daughter got dreads. Their daddy got dreads. My oldest got dreads. The youngest, 9. He is so independent. You know, he's so independent. He told me the other day, he said, Phil, I laughed, I died laughing. He said, I didn't act like you. I act like my mama. Facts, all facts, all facts. And my only response was, you should be proud of that. Your mom is somebody good to act like. You know what I'm saying? You should be proud of that. That's my only response. I mean, you know, it wasn't a bad thing. It wasn't my only response. But he act like me. He just don't know he act like me. He act like me. He's just stubborn. He's just stubborn in everything. He act like me. But I don't know what's going to happen next. What I do know is it needs to be forever. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not building something that die when I die. You know, this is why I don't understand them pastors, Damali, that got them 5 campuses and one pastor. I don't understand that. Because what happened when you die? Because them churches gonna split up quick. There's gonna be a great church segregation that's gonna come of a church divide. Because all these pastors with these 5 campuses, they're going to die in about 30 years. And I'm very interested to see what's going to happen to these churches. Because Dolores is my campus pastor. Antonio ain't never came out here to the South Side. Dolores saw my grandma when she was sick. So if she ain't the pastor, I'm leaving. So if you think that don't happen, okay, watch. You just watch and you wait till that happens. That's going to happen for sure. So forever, that's why one tip has come back. Forever is to go partnerships too. So when we strike a deal with somebody, if that deal is not a long-term deal, 3 years with an option for another 3 years, we're not doing that either. I'm not telling you what I want. I'm declaring a new rule. Deanna, do you got the rules for the podcast?
Yes, I do.
Can you see how hidden in that rule for the podcast? 95% of people get offended. They're going to say no. But the 5% of the people who can do it, that's what I'm looking for. They got the forever stuff we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to interview 5 of my people, you know what I'm saying? If you're willing to interview 5 of my people, you ain't got too much of an ego on you. Let's talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I'm fit to introduce you to 30,000 people in 30 days. So surely you can interview 5 people. It'll work. And if you can't, we're not looking for you. We're only looking for Phil anyway. We didn't like you too much anyway. No,
Who's making the calendar? Who's making that calendar?
Deanna is. Deanna, she got it.
Is making this plan. Deanna. Okay.
Yeah, she making it. She making it. That she do all the interviews. There you go. Tempest, what's this one?
I honestly didn't look at this once I saw it was another SEO thing because I'm interested in the next one on the list.
All right, then. So we'll have that one for y'all. Oh, Uber suggests. Yeah, this is started by Neil Patel too, by the way. It's his company. This is his. Yeah, go ahead, Tempest.
Okay, so I'm biased because I absolutely love Neil Patel.
You should.
I love his energy. I love the way he teaches things. So quite naturally, I love his tool more than anybody. Uber Suggest is, I know it's a website, but it's also a Google Chrome extension. So if you go to, say you're searching for something on Google and you use Google Chrome browser, Uber Suggest will show you basically their SEO score. And I like that because you can, I don't want to say steal from the websites, but steal from the websites, like learn what they're saying, how they're saying it.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Okay, well, learn what they're saying, how they're saying it, and apply it to your website. So, yeah, Uber Suggest is pretty cool tool in my opinion, and it gives you I think it audits your website for free.
So let's do it right now. Then we're gonna do it right now because I have no idea how good Mexiverse is. What is your SEO experience and immediate? Do you know how to code? Yes, I do. How many blogs do you post a month? 5. Do you run paid ads? Yes. What's your revenue over here? Is it just me? 6+. How many hours do you spend on this? 8. What is your marketing budget per month? It's 750. 5 to 10K. You complete the quiz. My first name is Antonio, and you're gonna have me at Antonio at Antonio T. Smith. Oh, you can put all that too. We'll do all that. That's phone number. Yes, I agree. So y'all get to see the quiz. There's a 94% chance you can drastically increase your traffic. Well, shit, I want the 94% chance, don't I? Based on anonymous, we emailed you a plan. If you want my team, get you this traffic. Damn it, I put the wrong email. I put my Antonio, didn't I? Should put ATS, that's all right. Schedule a time and meeting. Tempest, what time?
I don't know your schedule.
No, you won't be on the call.
Oh. 1:30 today is cool. The first one.
This time I'm gonna use the ATS. I messed up. I didn't mean to do that. ATS. At the ATS. And then that's my fan phone, so y'all can see all that other stuff. Have them call you directly, Tempest.
Okay.
Meeting is booked. They email me. I should have changed my email, but oh well. Yeah, y'all can see my fan phone number, but I ain't want y'all to get Tempest's number. You understand?
Oh, that number they can see.
Oh, they can. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
The
That's
other
what
number I'm not giving out.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So we booked this here. We got our meeting is with Chris. 94% chance. Blah blah blah. I wanted to. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Yes. Book with Chris at this time. Chris Long, Neil Patel. He's the organizer, and there it is. That's simple. Now, how many of you would like to have a quiz that leads into booking appointments? Because that is exactly the Phil and Susan the way.
Are they?
That is exactly it. Take this little quiz real quick for 30 seconds and book an appointment. That is, if Phil gets you on the phone, it's going down. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. Seen it with my whole eye. There you go. There you go. So now we'll be doing this here. 94% chance. Do we need? Did he give me the results? Oh, he gonna give me the results on the call. Oh, he did. He said he emailed me. So there you go. I get the email. Disclosure. Oh, here's the. Okay, there's a calendar thing, Tempest, that's in there, but I didn't get the results for the test yet. Perfect business model. We'll finish and we'll go with that one. We'll keep going. Let's see what was the next software. As we're almost done. The next software was Maven. So let's see what this is. Notice that we're using software to get a competitive advantage, where top creators teach cohort-based courses. Tempest?
So this is like udemy.com plus live courses mixed together. So you are a teacher or you have a topic you want to teach about, you have to apply. And if you get selected, basically you choose a day and time of the week that you can teach live with a group of students for like a semester or something like that. And then the students have access to the live course, but the recordings as well. I didn't go any further than that part.
No, that's dope, actually. That's dope. Not for me. It doesn't fit our vision. And even if I was to build that, Dolores, it wouldn't fit my vision. I have no intentions on doing that at all. But that's fantastic for some of y'all, for sure. If you're trying to put your name out there, that's it. That is a fantastic way to do that. So that's in the chat right there. That is all in the chat. And hopefully you get to do that for yourself. What I want to do is I want to Tempest, Deanna, this is for you too. We need to commit 1,000 more. Wait, yeah, Deanna. No, hold on. I don't want no multitasking. No multitasking. Hold on. We need to commit. I'm gonna change this number. $2,000 a month into Facebook ads and these 3 areas, or maybe 4 areas. I think it's 3 though. I have a counting in my head. It's Mexit, ATS Radio, and Antonio Facebook page. So it's 3. You know what? We can make it 4. We can make it 4. We'll make it ATS TV too. For the next year, that's 2,000. What's that? 2,000 times 12 is 24. We need to commit $24,000 into this project. I have a plan. $24,000. Be up front. It could be in a separate account. I careth not, Jerome. I don't care how it works. You know what I'm saying? I don't bother me one bit. Don't bother me one bit. What I desire.
As long as your customers pay for it.
That's it. As long as my customers pay for it. Don't bother me one bit. He sounds like he's been here for a while. As long as my customers pay for it, I don't care one bit. I don't care one bit. I need that commitment starts today. I need those funds in 30 days. I have a plan. I want to focus on. I'm gonna tell you my focus and I tell you my plan, because I'm running a test and I'm executing the plan, but it's not running the test first, plan second. They're both intermingled, so they happen at the same time. I want to run a test on ad revenue, and I want to run a plan on customer acquisition. And I want to see how low can we get our customer acquisition cost when we spend money. Hopefully one of you write this down. And I want to see how much can I manipulate that, manipulate is not a good word here. What am I trying to say, Phil, when I want to create if I throw in X dollars and I get 10,000, then I want to be able to say, so if I throw in 10,000 more, then I should get this more. I'm looking for a.
Well, scaling is one.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about in my head here. Yes, I'm looking for a mathematical. What I'm attempting to do here. So here's my plan. My plan is I want to reduce everything in ATS down to 2 areas: 90% automation, 100% math. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's why I want to, and I want to spend $24,000 to get to 100% math. That's what I'm doing. I understand that when you have a mathematical, so this is what me and Grace. Is Grace still here? Oh, she took her grandmother to the hospital. That's right. I mean, grandmother's okay. Just a routine doctor's appointment. Drawing blood or something like that. Scare y'all. Oh my God, 101-year-old lady going to the hospital. Everything okay? No, she's just fine. She's gonna be. Her and Phil would be the 2 oldest people on the planet Earth by the time they die, and 149 years old apiece. All right, so there you go. there you go. All right, me and Grace did some math. I'm gonna share this math with y'all. I'm looking for it real quick. I want to share this math with you because we've been meaning to teach this class. What the hell is this math? Oh, here it is right here. I want to share this math with you. Before I share with you, I got about 7 minutes left. Let me explain what I'm attempting to do. I want to spend $24,000 and I want to achieve 90% automation. Why? Because that automation becomes a form of math. You know, math is a process, a series of steps. Automation is a process, a series of steps. And I want to use that automation to get to 100% math. I want to be able to walk into the office and know that on February 3rd, we are supposed to make this much. Why? Because the math says it so. You know what I'm saying? I know the climate, I know the trends, I know what the company can do, I know what we did last year, I know this, I know it's math. Why? For Frida, because I don't want to pray about ATS no more. If I spend $24,000, it's a math problem now. And all I got to do is go out there and mathematically attack the solution. Well, I waited to, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and I waited to here to say it. So if you stay here, I'm telling you the most important thing possible.
Did you call my name, sir? I'm sorry.
No, you did good. You did good.
Okay.
Take care, Grandma. Don't get me sent to hell.
No, yes, yes, sir.
She 101. If you interrupt 101-year-olds, you automatically go to hell. That is it's in the Bible. All right, there you go.
Okay.
All right. Here's the math me and Grace did. And I want to secure things here. Okay. I want to secure things here, and I want to, this isn't about securement. I want to pass out 10,000 a month savings to customers. And the way I do that is if I can generate 10,000 a month through ad revenue, then I can make a lot more things here free for Damali and Dolores. Follow me so far? This is when you're passing on savings. And it's not the $10,000, it's not the goal. Adrian, it ain't the goal. I would never in my life have a $10,000 goal. I got $10,000 credit cards. I would never in my life have a $10,000 goal. $10,000 is a mathematical number that I know when I put more in, I get another 10,000. Me and Grace, we're the pretty much the only ones in the company can do it because we like math in this weird way. Okay, we like math in this weird way. And I want to show you, if you think, I don't want you to think that, I don't know how to, I don't want you to think that that we're robbing you or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to do it. Okay? I don't want you to think that. I want you to know right now, just to show you, this is what we're talking about doing. This is what your help is doing. Right here. Okay, so I'm gonna, I just logged in. I'm gonna show you all the picture, okay? And I want you to see something. Me and Grace already did the math, but this is very important. And I want you to see this because I took a screenshot, okay? Right now, yesterday or something, this is what is true. Now see this. We're at $9.88 from ads. Today we've made 76 cents so far. Everybody got me? Mm-hmm. So I don't want you to think we rolling in dough on Mexican news. You understand that? We 76 cents rich. And I'm damn proud about it. Okay, I'm proud about it. All right, that's today. $9.98 so far. But we haven't spent any money. And that's just on you all being faithful, going and get your news from there. That's it. But me and Grace broke down the math. If you look at the picture again, it says impressions, ad impressions, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, so we know 2,210. We doubled. Yes, so we doubled. Like we literally doubled. Yesterday was I told you we broke the record. Yesterday, I wasn't lying to y'all. We doubled. We doubled what it was. Now I want you to process this information. I didn't put the page views in there because I was just trying to. I just wanted to think to say the number. So we got the page views. So we basically solved for X twice. If this many ad impressions equals this many dollars, this many videos equals this many ad impressions. I mean, this many visitors equals this many ad impressions. How many visitors do we need a month? And I want to say I told Grace what to do because I understood it. Grace looking at numbers like, huh? And I had to break it down to her in mathematical terms. And then she figured this out because this is a math she does well. In order for us to get to 10,000 a month in ad revenue, it's right there. Right? We need 1,225,000 page views and 7,890,000 ad impressions. And we need to do that every month. All right.
That feels so reachable. When you break it down like that, it's so reachable.
So reachable,
with
right?
everything that's being built. This is, man.
That's it.
Antonio, I have a question.
Yeah, I got you, Jerome. I got you. Come
Here's
on.
the deal. I know that me participating in going to Mexican News, going to Mexican TV and radio is going to benefit ATS. It's going to benefit me.
Right.
I got that. I've already benefited and I'm going to continue to benefit. Okay. Now that's Jerome. Okay. But Jerome knows other people. He's associated with other people.
Talk to me, man.
He's online. Okay.
Talk to me, sir. Talk to me.
So what my brain is saying to me right now is what needs to come out of my mouth.
There you go.
Okay. To spark or to point someone in that direction. Because if I become the advertisement the way I need to advertise, I'm gonna screw that up. So I need to shut that up. I'm gonna mess that all up. But what needs to come out of my mouth, Antonio, to point someone in that direction, sir? Come on now. Because I'm right. First of all, I'm reaping the benefits of ATS right now. Yeah. I know that once my books are out there, my podcast, my poetry, people gonna be like, damn, ATS. I ain't there yet. but I need to be pointing them in that direction, sir. What needs to come out of my mouth, sir? Talk to me.
That's real good. That is really good question. I have the answer. I'm going to pull up a list real quick though. Let's see. I'm going to write you all a series of steps. Very short.
Excuse me for a second,
Yes,
Antonio. I'm being very selfish because as I build your brand, I'm building my brand.
That's exactly.
Let's just keep it 100, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for saying that, because that's exactly what I want y'all to do. Right? That's exactly what I want you to do, for sure. I'm gonna write this down to you all in a series of steps, and we'll go from there. By 5 o'clock today, I will have this written down to you, and we will. I have it written down to you for sure. I have it written down to you how to do it, because I want to tell you what it is. It's just a little series of steps. I actually wrote it down. I gave it to y'all before in a list y'all can't have of how to pitch Ricasa, which is coming back. Don't worry about that. But I wrote it down. It's there, and I'm just going to write those steps down and give it to you, just so it can be math. Just, you don't have to guess. Because somebody's going to ask, well, okay, Antonio, that's a video, but how do I post it? But what do I say in comments? If you got these steps, not only am I going to give it to you where you can mix it. When I give you these steps, you can do your own business the same way, Damali. That's why I want to do it this way. I want to give you the holy grail of how to pitch a company to get people to sign up for it. In this case, it's free, so you ain't got to have nobody sign up for nothing. There's a step-by-step process. It's called it's called a funnel. I just can't remember the name of it. It's called it's called a funnel. Something funnel. Anyway, I got it.
The group funnel?
It's
Cloud funnel?
No. But y'all doing good though. Y'all doing good. So it's somebody's name, like William Hazel funnel or something like that. Anyway, it's called that. I will definitely have it to you. I promise you, I will have that to you ASAP. In fact, hold on. Give me 2 minutes of 1 minute of maybe 30 seconds of uncomfortable silence. What is it? Global plan. There we go. Okay, I found my note that I think it's in. Here we go. And it's called Billy Mays funnel is what I was thinking of, but let me see to make sure that I have this here. So what I do is I'll go back and watch some videos and make sure I got what I want to say right, and then I will send that to all of you. I promise you I will do that for sure. Go ahead, Phil.
And Tony, you could also have it at the beginning of our class at 6:30.
Oh,
maybe.
So
you send it to us too, but also we'll start our 6:30 class with you giving us that information.
Perfect. Sure will.
By the way, the class is going to be mental healings in ancient times.
Ooh.
It's one of the chapters in the book. I was actually going to skip the chapter because I say, well, let's just go to mental healings in modern times. That's the next chapter. But after I read the chapter of mainly mental healings in ancient times, I said, we need this information.
Wow.
So, and what we're doing is we're using the recording that's on YouTube. Instead of having me read it or Susan read it, and of course Grace is just a great reader, we're just using that recording for the book. So you don't need a book. It's a real good recording. And again, understanding and knowing the power of your subconscious mind is a tool that you'll use for the rest of your life.
There you go. So give me 2 more minutes and I'll wrap this up. So we'll be there, and I'll do that at 6:30 as requested. The 10,000. Please write this down, y'all. That for $10,000 a month in ad revenue. Please copy that if you haven't already, because if it works for us, it works for you. This is what I love about math. It doesn't care you grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. It doesn't care that you have a nonprofit. You understand? If you have an audience, somebody will pay you to get in front of that audience. So don't make any more excuses about how you can't. Yes, you can. It's build an audience. I was telling someone, we were talking about racism the other day. I was telling somebody that was like, so you don't think racism exists? I was like, yeah, the hell it does. There's no doubt about that. Well, it exists. Oh, but why you just told me that anybody can make it? Well, I didn't say it was going to be easy. It is harder for some of us to make it than others, but you can still make it. Nah, that's bullshit. And all this stuff. And I was like, listen, I'm not telling you that you got it as easy as somebody, in fact, when I was talking to a black person, I said straight up, listen, those white people, they just got to stay out of jail. That's it. It's a long straight line because everything they need is in their community. The churches will give them no interest loans. The granddad has $10,000 in insurance. When he dies, they're going to get $30,000, something like that, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily like that for the black community. I get it. But you got the internet. No, real talk. Like, no, I need y'all to get this. I'm not telling you it ain't hard for some people, but you got the internet, Dolores. Dolores is light skinned. That works on some folks. She got the dimple. I'm sure she can type in, I'll do it right now, God dog. I'm making this up as I speak right now. This is how easy it is to make money when you are a girl. Hey, watch this here. Dimple fetish groups. I don't even know if this is a real thing. God dog it. Look at this here. 7 common sexual fetishes, dimple fetish, and then back. Oh, that's probably not what you want to see right there. Okay. Hey, don't worry about that one right there. Okay. Hey, like dimple fetish. And let's see. My dimple fetish. And I come here and I go and I find a way to sell my damn dimples. I'm not joking. Okay. Or foot fetish. Oh Lord, Google start sending me foot fetish ads now because I didn't Google it. They tracking me. Foot fetish links, foot fetish groups. It really is that simple. I'm not telling Dolores to go on out there and put some baby oil on the dimple and twinkle her toes. I'm just saying that somebody would pay her to put some baby oil on her dimples and twinkle her toes. You got the internet. You got the internet. I could put Law in some heels right now and dreads and get a lot of attention and make money. And once you get that traffic, just go back and follow that math. That's the math we did for what was coming to our site. So here's my plan. I want to do 10,000 4 times. Everybody cool with that? I want to do 10,000 to have a little, let's just call it a little nest egg of maybe $1,500 in 4 different areas, okay? Something like that, maybe 5 different areas. I want to do 10,000 again. I want to give that to whoever is actively dealing with Mexit News, Dolores, Level Up Group, etc. You know what I'm saying? I want to do 10,000 again. And I want to put that in, I want to have that 10,000 be its own ad, because right now we're using a company to do ads for it. I want the third 10,000 to pay for itself and be the ad revenue for Mexit News. And then I want to do a fourth 10,000 for overflow. So I want to eventually get to $40,000 a month in ad revenue, which according to this is something like 8 million people going a month. As we end, you may be saying, I'm not going to make you rich. Don't. But you are making somebody rich. And if they don't take care of you, like we take care of you, You got a moral issue going on. I can't keep more real than that, Delali. Like you got a whole more. Maybe you black and just don't like black people. I know plenty of them. I know plenty of them. I know plenty of dudes that don't like black women because they talk back. Anybody with a mouth talk back, sir. You understand? Black women just tired of you being sorry. That's all that is. You understand? You're making somebody rich. But what you want to do, what you want to do is make your friends rich so you can be rich together. So the revenue model for starting to take care of the host is happening. Okay, it lost a lot of attention. So that's it. Write that formula down. I gave it to you. I hope it works out for you. You need an audience. Is having 8 million people come to the same place every month easy? Yes. Do most of you do it? No. But 8 million people will go to Fox News in the next 16 hours. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not difficult to do. It's not difficult to do at all. And the very last thing I want to do is I want to send you this link. It's a bunch of articles coming out today, obviously. But one, I try to make sure I do my very best to teach y'all stuff I don't have time to teach you, as we are 13 minutes over now. And I try to make it as, okay, thank you, Damon. I just saw your message. Okay. I need to change that. We need to update Zoom. Can't remember. I need to change the card that's on file because we don't use that bank anymore. And it's trying to go through regions. We use Navy Federal now. It's trying to go through regions. So I'll change it. Just one of y'all remind me. If you can go over there and click on Exit News, I'm not putting anything up there because I want you to click for ad revenue. I'm giving you value. 3 hours ago, I posted how to make $500 a day in 2022. I'm doing my very best, okay? It's this guy's video plus a roast.
Quick
Yeah, go
question,
ahead.
Antonio.
Mhm.
What's the difference between page views? What's an ad impression? Like what is it?
Ad impression. A page view is what you think it is. Somebody went to the page. An impression is when that ad has been pushed on that site, on that same page you're watching, and it may go through 3 ads, and that would be 3 ad impressions. You know what I'm saying? Because you can, it's think of it as it jumped on your screen. That's an impression. Now an ad click will be exactly what an ad click sounds like. You clicked on that ad. And every now and then, if you just click, it'll be a little more money, but that's okay. We in this together. But my goal is I laid this out last year, but my goal is to monetize these things so I can take care of people. That's it. I eat last. I always eat last. I'm not getting paid from anything that you have heard about. I'm not. I'm taking care of everybody else. You don't know it, but if you're behind the scenes, you would know it. If you're behind the scenes, you would know it. There's internal stuff that goes on behind the scenes. People know. I'm always last. I eat last when we have food. I make sure they eat. I eat last. And as far as eating in a metaphorical sense, I eat last. My job is to take care. When I can make sure Dolores and them is straight, I'll never have to eat. I promise you, if you take care of Phil, Susan, Dolores, Damali, Deanna, Margie, and Monica, I don't know if I said Tempest, and Arshia, you make sure they taken care of. If I go down and suffer, y'all got Jerome messed up. If you think I'm gonna actually suffer. You understand what I'm saying? When you take care of people, you don't have to worry about taking care of yourself. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better, you can dominate. Thank y'all so much. Go to that thing. I have Grace or Deanna post out in the y'all have 2 links coming today. You have that one about $500 today, and you have the big class on investing in stocks. These are the two. Yesterday was just one. Those are two I think you need. Doing my very best to help you as much as I can. All right, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you at 6:30 or 5:30. 5:30 our time. So yes,
You
ma'am.
did speak on forever, didn't you?
Forever. Sure did. Sure did. You actually chimed in and said, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. We'll see you at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern for the steps plus the class there. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.